Oh, no.
Oh no.
So I'm just gonna do this because it's gonna happen soon enough.
What, roll initiative? I haven't even started yet. Like, I haven't even had a chance to say previously on Dungeons and Dragons. See, that's a segue. That's my top segue of the year so far. You guys continued on through the tomb of super fun, happy, great, and nothing bad ever happens. What'd you do? You guys found another tomb. You found a couple of different tombs. You chickened out of one or two of them.
We only chickened out of one.
You definitely chickened out of Wongo's.
And there was that one that didn't have any animal.
Oh, you also chickened out of the Nang Nang tomb.
That was 2 sessions ago. Though.
Yeah, you guys still chickened out of it. So, you guys...
Every session. You chickened out of this tomb that you haven't been in 2 sessions.
So, you guys went to Obalaka's shrine, or I guess tomb, and Wacky became infested with the spirit of Obalaka, who is sort of cowardly and nervous, and much like Wacky's character, so it's actually going to probably work out okay. It's like not much really changed. Then
I went to Moa's shrine.
You guys looked around the first floor, cleared it out for the most part. Oh yeah, you went through Moa's shrine, met a little girl, skull thing, had a nice conversation with her. Then you decided to go back to the area where Jez's wonderful sword was destroyed by the shield trap. You decided to go hunker in by the fountain and try and get some sleep, since you're all running pretty low and pretty tired. In the middle of the night, you saw some dwarves that had come to repair the trap that you had destroyed, the shield trap. In a fit of rage, Jez burst forth and attacked them. After vanquishing them, a little while later, a couple of tomb guardians came lumbering up the hall, possibly to see why the dwarves had not reported back. And they had spotted you, and one of them sort of lumbered off back the way it came, and the other one strode towards you, and we're in the fountain area where you have set up camp. And we're just going to start right off by rolling initiative.
Yay.
Ooh. Big money.
Oh, good.
If I was really smart, I would have had this already prepared for the other 3. I could have rolled for the Tomb Guardians and Artis and Dragon Bait.
I can change my own initiative. I just noticed that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Okay, so
last game where I had to re-roll my initiative twice and had to change it sometimes.
So
Nah.
where'd that flesh golem thing go? So the flesh golem rolled a crit on his initiative, so he has a 19. Or sorry, the Tomb Guardian. Artis and Dragon Bait both rolled a 1, so they're sitting at 3 each. They were very clearly not awake yet.
The Tomb Guardian being on a very high initiative is really good because he can't get in yet.
So, we got everybody? Sure we do. So, Tomb Guardian kind of lumbers forth, just stomping its way down the hallway, all the way up to the dome that you guys are all kind of in, and it kind of just starts pounding its fists on Dusty's magical sleepy dome. I don't think he can do anything to it, can he? What's the name of the stupid dome?
Leoman's Tiny Hut.
That's what it was.
I think it's just Tiny Hut in 5e.
No,
Or
it's Leoman's Tiny Hut. 9 creatures, all are barred from passing through it. Yeah, so he's just pounding on the outside of this thing and, like, clawing at it, trying to get at you guys. And that is the end of his turn. Pyro. I believe, yes, you are all inside it currently. None of you are outside of it.
Being that I was the one on watch, I would have had my armor and all of that on me already.
Sure.
So,
Sure.
Sure. I don't remember. First one that said it got to keep it.
I was
Whoever
on
said
watch.
I was the one on watch, whatever.
I was
I'm-
on watch with the dwarves.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna. I've already shaken everyone up. So I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get out. Can I hit him through the dome? Is that a thing?
I don't think
No,
so.
you're gonna have to leave.
Damn. Oh well. I'm gonna get out of the dome. I'm gonna start wailing on him.
Okay.
Well, attempting to.
Okay. That's a hit.
It's not wailing, but
Your second one is a miss.
damn.
Clangs
More
off
flailing
of
than
his
wailing.
plate armor. His amazing, awesome plate armor.
I'm gonna shake my fist at him, just like.
I just realized I have nothing to write on. Aha. This is getting a little full.
You know, if we took all of the Doom Guardians that we
I feel like
fought,
we've had this conversation.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we have.
we
You're not
did
you're
have
not
this
making plate
conversation.
armor out of it. Even if you got enough stuff to make a thing of plate armor, you'd still have to take it to a blacksmith to smith it into proper armor for you. TG1.
I
Get
could,
him for what, 6?
I
Sure.
could tinker holes out of plate armor, but not full create.
Maybe there was plate armor in one of those tombs you chickened out of.
Possibly.
Possibly.
I seriously doubt it.
No.
But maybe.
I did dick around with what's in some of them. But some of them were kind of stupid. I was like, this is dumb. I'm not going to put this in here. But like half of them I've kind of fiddled with.
Well, we don't know what was in there to start with, so...
I'm sure the
Really-
tiny sarcophagus containing the bones of a little frogman is gonna have plate armor in it.
His Doom did.
It wasn't a
his,
little sarcophagus. It was a full-size
Yeah, but-
sarcophagus.
These things weren't... Like, Moa is a stick himself. He didn't need a staff. So am I going to have issues getting out of this dome?
Nope.
Because there's this little tiny hallway.
Well, the
Don't
dome's
worry about
also
it.
in the back. You guys had put the dome sort of in the back. So Tomb Guardian's kind of just off to one side, pounding away on it, and then Pyro just kind of stepped out in front of him and started hacking at him.
Okay.
So, I mean, you'd probably have to jump out and go around.
Yeah, so
But,
I'll go,
it's easy enough for you to get into melee range with him.
I'll go around. I'll actually need this time for my bonus action. That's 16. And I will
Beard is a
go,
fucking disaster today.
I will
Been a
start
bad beard day.
stabbing this dude in the back.
As a hit.
This is probably not gonna happen, but I'm gonna roll me an athletics check as I try to shield bash him to the ground.
Didn't you already use your bonus action?
Oh wait, yes, that is my bonus action. Then I won't shield bash him. I will just second stab.
Again a hit. For
A little bit of
damage.
And now it's my turn.
God, what do those numbers add up to? That's what they add up to.
17?
Wacky, it is your turn.
So am I able to step out of the dome and get a line of sight on this thing?
Oh yeah, you could shoot over the fountain. The fountain's not
Okay.
particularly tall.
Um,
Like, the ranged people have the easiest time, because they can all kind of congregate on, like, the other side of the fountain, like, all in this area, and pepper the thing with shots.
Yep, just do what I always do. then.
Getting more than 2, maybe 3 melee people around it would be a bit tougher as long as the dome is standing. Eldritch Blast is a miss. First one's a hit, though. You
That's probably
smack
not
it in the
gonna
face.
Stand in much longer.
That's all you're gonna do, Dusty.
Which side is it on?
He's just kind of over here. You can put the fountain between you and it. It's got Pyro. It's got
if you
Pyro
leave
and
the
Jez.
hut, it's gonna be dispelled.
I know.
But I don't know if we even want it up at this point.
Probably not, because you're gonna start to have issues with, like, Dragon Bait getting to the dude.
And you're also going to probably starting to have issues of more and more things coming to figure. It's like, why does everything keep not coming back when we send it over to Zone 23F?
Don't worry,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that mute construct will definitely tell the tale.
Um. All right, I'll get out.
And the dome dissolves away.
You all die.
Doom Guardian, huh?
Toomba Guardian.
Made out of metal.
Well, made out of patched together flesh covered in metal.
Fuck it.
17 is going to just barely hit. You find a bit of flesh to roast. It's a lot easier to keep track of this when I don't have it as a... Oh, there we go. 14. Yep. Artis, he's going to kind of be like... trying to get up. And he's tired and he's pissed off and he can't get any
Someone
sleep.
just flipped the lights on in the room that he was sleeping in.
He's like, it just woke me up like an hour ago. Like, come on.
He's deep in the REM cycle.
He's got enough room, I think, to do this. So, you see him kind of like, he gets up, so the dome's gone around him, and he kind of just gets up and kind of like sleepily kind of walks over sort of out of the way, kind of out on the other side of the fountain with everybody else, and you see him sort of just raise his like right hand up, and he looks really, really pissed off, and he just angrily clenches his fist, and you see this giant icy hand appear and just grab the golem. Just the massive hand just wraps around it. And it grapples it, and the thing is just completely immersed in this icy hand. Do you mind, cat? Do you mind? And I roll damage. Where's my damage? 4d8 damage. So, boop. So it does good big damage, and it is restrained. Grasping hand. It is a grapple.
Yeah,
Hand
so
is grappling. If target advantage on check. Okay, it is just grappled. I didn't remember. I couldn't remember if it's grappled or restrained. It is just grappled. That is the end of his turn. Dragonbait's gonna wake up. Start swinging at this thing. As I check my DM screen. Yeah. No confer. I know restrain confers advantage. This does not. Sleepy Dragonbait. Gonna take 3 swings at this thing. Hit it twice. For some damage. That's not bad, actually. So this thing begins to thrash wildly. Like, it seems to be in some kind of enraged state. As it's just twitching and kicking and trying to get itself free of this giant icy hand that has appeared. It is its turn. Berserk. No creature. It is not going to object. So it's going to attempt to struggle itself free. That's not probably going to do it. Target. Blah, 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 blah. God, Bigby's hand. It's got such a huge friggin' just. It's like a novel. It's friggin' spell page.
There's so many things it can do.
DC. What is your DC? Artist 17. Yeah. Okay. It Bigby's hand. It tries to struggle itself free, and it cannot. Pyro.
I can still hit it fine, right?
Yep.
You just poke at the gaps between the fingers.
And you poke a finger instead. And again,
Fingers.
you're just it's getting stuck in the ice.
You were never good at that knife game.
Takes us to Jazz.
Don't worry, my sword is much shorter.
There you go. That's the spirit.
It's a nice 10. You got
Much
there.
shorter.
Just stand
So
down
short it
there.
can't even make it through the ice.
Good job. There you
There we
go.
Yay, you hit it. And it is thrashing about, bleeding all over the icy hand. But it is still alive. Wacky.
Please die. We all suck. We're all tired. We just want sleep.
I will certainly try. For sick 4.
Both of them hit for a sick 4. Just still not enough.
So bad at damage.
Gotta stay. Just end it.
Dusty.
Better wave.
The firebolt splashes against the icy hand and just kind of fizzles. A little bit of the hand kind of melts away and just drips on the floor. You see Artis, like, just... He looks like he's just really upset at this point. He's like, this is enough. Enough! And you see him just squeeze the hand, and a bunch of the golem just kind of comes bursting out the top of the hand, and a bunch kind of comes bursting out the bottom. And then the hand opens back up, and there's just this mangled mess of, like, bloody metal. It's all just twisted and misshapen, and it just drops to the ground. And that is it.
Great.
Bring that bloody hand. We might have use for it. We should lead a path to that hole on the second floor, and then come up and then go into the grate, because we want them to think we went that way. Got it?
Sounds good.
So the artist kind of looks at you. He kind of starts like wiping his shirt off and all that, and then the hand's kind of like mimicking his motion. And so you see the hand just kind of like waving in midair for no reason.
And I'll get
Wave
some of
back
my...
at the hand.
He's like, "Isn't there some place out of the way that we could go and sleep?"
That is out of the way.
Like, what
I think where we want to go, that's kind of out of the way, is those stairs that you never saw because you didn't go down into the sewers. Is that the most out of the way?
He tells you, it's like, well, what about that river? What was at the end of that river?
Waterfall.
What about the other end?
We didn't go all the way. Even though I wanted to.
Oh, we can go the other way too. It's not like we are instantly going to be hunted down, especially if we leave a good trail.
The other end was the entrance to, well, I guess the entrance we know about to
It kept going.
Bobalaka's.
It kept going, so there might be some respite we could have there. It'll still be wet. Unless
Wet is better than,
unless
enemies.
unless a tiny hut can dispel the water that's on the ground, so it turns it to be dry.
I mean-
Either way, we're wasting blood here. Let's
Yeah.
at least strip it to, and go to that second floor.
Are we taking
Alright.
the golem with us, or are we just...
Well, we're just taking the trail,
Okay.
and I'll get some of my shoes too, so it look
Yeah,
you can definitely see.
I stomp in
footprints.
some blood.
And then, I'm not sure if we're gonna fast travel to it or if we're gonna deal with something.
Where are
on the way.
you trying to get to?
So straight down the stairs on the balcony section, there is that portal, or that green face that's on the ground
Yep.
on the
That's-
second
that's-
floor.
That's where you guys want to go? The moaning green face?
That's where I want to lead the blood to.
Yeah, and then we're gonna come back up.
And then we're gonna go back up.
Okay.
I'm going to
He's making a fake
prestidigitate-
trail.
I'm gonna clean up,
Oh, okay, I get it now.
I'm gonna clean up all the blood
Okay.
that's on my feet and their feet, and then go up to the
Yeah.
the grate.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna move the thing down for that. Yeah. So you go to the face, and then come back up, and then you guys.
So it looks like we either plunged to our death and they'll be happy, or went into whatever's in that face, and they'll try to go there.
Okay.
Is his hand still up? We can just use that to lift the... Okay.
It lasts a minute, I think.
Yeah, it lasts a minute. But by the time you guys like basically made it to the stairs and started going down the stairs in the first place, Dave was gone.
Yeah. So let's hurry and.
Is
with
the grate
this,
still...
I'm going to.
Yes. I'm gonna say it
grate
is
up?
probably. It's probably. I don't think you guys put it back, did you?
No.
So
But
then, yeah, I
wasn't
will
sure
say.
if they replaced it.
Yeah. It appears not yet.
Okay, then we'll leave it.
Maintenance may
under.
not have gotten this far yet. Or
And-
maybe they don't come down this hall. Who knows?
We'll jump in.
Yeah.
Yep. Sploosh.
So do we want to go to Moa's stairs, or do we want to go down?
So,
Most stairs we know leads to, like,
get my cheater map out.
Moa's tomb. So they might traverse there, but this place might be a dead end, and they might not go this way. So let's go to the top of this water.
So,
Top
as
of
you
the
guys
behind
reach,
me, so you can
as you guys
ignore
reach
me.
the bottom of the stairs, you find that some of the explosive gas that had collected in the bottom of this, it seems like a little bit of it is back. It is not nearly as cloudy and full of it as it was when you guys first got here, but you detect sort of hints of it, like you can kind of smell it in the air, much more than the last time you were here after you'd blown it up, so it does seem to be slowly reaccumulating.
Can we tell where it's accumulating from?
Give me a perception check. No.
It bumped it to a 20. And
You
then-
have no idea.
Listen, the 3D dice cannot be bumped to a 20. It already is pre-rolled. It's just showing you what it rolled.
So yeah, no, you have no idea where it's coming from. You figure it must
Maybe
just
down
be
there.
from some crack in the rocks somewhere.
We
But
see
you-
a chest.
Yeah.
Don't touch it.
So eventually, you make it to the end of the run, and you see water pouring from cracks and seams in the rough walls of the cavern, whose floor is a muddy pool that flushes out into the tunnel beyond. Just above the pool surface, a large treasure chest dangles from rusty chains embedded in the ceiling.
So it's floating?
No, it's like suspended
Well,
by
it's
chains
hanging.
just above
that's what
the...
I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Did I poke it with my sword?
No, we're not gonna touch it.
How high above the ground is it?
It is 1 foot above the surface of the pool. It is 6 feet long, 3 feet wide, and 3 feet high.
Like a
That's a big
coffin
chest.
size.
Yeah, it's like a coffin-sized chest.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, then
That's a
yeah, we're not
goddamn big
touching
ass
that.
chest.
Do we want to try to sleep before we mess with it?
Yes.
I would rather we not mess with it.
Wow. Someone's gonna want to mess with it.
And
Guaranteed.
I'm gonna want to mess with it, but not right now.
So yeah, so you're in about 2.5 to 3 feet of water at this point. They're maybe towards the edges. It probably gets a bit shallower. Like it probably starts to bowl out a little bit on the sides. So if you kind of propped yourselves up in the sides, like you're now in no danger of drowning if you kind of just sleep like sitting up, leaning against the cave walls. It's not gonna be comfortable
well,
at all,
here's the thing.
but
If he casts Liamon's tiny hut, which says that the atmosphere inside the space is comfortable and dry regardless of the weather outside, will it hold out the water?
I don't know if it like. It
I'm gonna
creates
say
a
that
dome
you
and then places it down, or it creates like a force field that pushes everything out.
Well, the water would like leave.
At the worst, you could probably bail out the water.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with that.
Or
no,
if we
here's
had a
spell
druid who could create/destroy water.
Every
within
time.
the dome. Creatures and objects are barred from passing through it. So yeah, you know what? You could. Yeah, you guys, if you sort of pushed the water out, it wouldn't be able to come back in.
Do it.
I guess that's what we're doing.
Yeah, spending some
And-
time to push water out, so it's
And we're
a little bit drier.
restarting the long rest, or are we continuing?
Restarting.
Yeah.
Restarting.
So, Artis says, I'm going to take... it's comfortable in the hut, right? It's basically nice and warm.
Mhm.
He's going to say, it's like, everybody stay inside the hut. I'm going to take first watch. I'll be back in a few minutes. And you see him just sort of stride.
Never
out.
say I'll be back in a few minutes.
So he strides down the... Why am I moving this? Also, why did I have this like way off to the side? It's terrible for the viewers. Terrible. So he goes striding up the hall. There, I guess down the river. It's not really a hall. You guys begin your long rest. Whoever else wants to take watches can take watches. Whoever's taking the first watch, sort of with you guys, is like at the... Yeah, whoever's taking first watch, sort of like from you guys, sees Artis. Actually, before Artis comes back, you can see... you almost see like little flakes and sprinkles of snow in the cavern. And to your amazement, you see the water sort of at the furthest point of your view. It looks like it starts to freeze, and then you're not really paying attention. You kind of look back, and the ice seems to have come further. And then you kind of like look back again, and it seems to have come further until the ice basically has made it pretty much all the way to the beginning of this cavern. It almost looks like winter has set in, and everything from past this little cave here has just become a gigantic, frigid ice wonderland. And eventually, Artis just kind of comes striding back, undeterred by the frigid cold outside the dome, and he kind of just gets back in and kind of grumpily, like, throws his pack down and tries to go to sleep.
I'm not gonna like alert people. Hey, they're probably in the water area because the water just stopped.
Is it like completely? I'm asleep. I don't care.
Hey, I'll take first watch because I was already taking.
I'll take a watch
so.
at some point in the night.
What kind of watch is it?
Bad one, probably.
Rolex.
Pocket.
So, you guys, some of you fall asleep. Hours begin to pass.
I guess we need 4, so I'll take last watch.
And you manage to make it through the evening unperturbed.
Yay.
So, morning arrives, and you all sort of wake up. You know, like you're all awake now, all 6 of you huddled in the little hut, kind of getting yourselves ready for the day. And Artis warns you all. It's like once we leave the hut, it's going to be extremely, extremely cold out there. We need to sort of, or I guess not so much once we leave the hut, but once we leave this part of the cavern, it's going to be extremely cold. We must sort of make haste back to... Do you guys still have the paper mache masks?
Probably. We didn't get rid of them.
I don't think we got
Yeah.
rid of them.
But we also don't have enough for everyone.
I thought we did.
Well,
Well,
you
no.
grabbed
Well, then, no,
4.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he suggests, like, if we're going to, like, I suggest we head for either the grate or the stairs up into that tomb you guys were looting as fast as we can, and not dawdle in the cold.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Great.
do the great, but the
Getting out of the grate's gonna be
The-
annoying. It's like 10 feet up.
yeah,
isn't it?
unless we all want to take like a shitload of damage, I'd prefer the great.
I prefer the grate as well.
Like,
Great.
okay. So, you guys
I wonder
emerge.
if I go invisible, can it see me? And then I can give my mask to someone.
Oh.
Well, I was invisible in there and they didn't see me, so.
So, either way, you guys emerge from Dusty's little hovel.
Do we want to
and
mess with the
The box.
chest?
Nope,
So-
let's go.
You guys emerge from the little hovel, and it's cold. Like, it's extremely cold. You know, the water here is, like, the water you're standing in is pretty damn cold. It is not quite iced over. That seems to be a bit further down the tunnel. So you can't even imagine how much colder it must be further down. Or what, you're like, wow, what caused all that? That's crazy. Like,
Yeah,
how
we
could,
have
how
no
could it just
idea.
get so cold?
It's one of those mysteries.
It reminds one of you of a time you went with your parents to Icewind Dale and have the frigid north.
Parents, what are those?
Well, obviously not yours. Somebody else's backstory, sure. Here, have that random tidbit to add to your backstory, whoever wants it. So, what do you want to do? You have a 6 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot chest suspended above the water.
Wait,
And water.
if we get the chest down, we could use that to step on to get to the grate.
Nobody's even looked at the chest yet.
Okay,
I
I'll
know.
look at it.
No one
Sure.
wants to.
Mm,
So you see, when you look at it, that there is a keyhole. And the keyhole seems to be carved in the shape like a cackling demon skull. And it also seems to have some common engraved around it, like around the outside of the keyhole in little tiny letters.
I open at the close.
So
I'll read it.
it says, "I devour all but the greatest thieves."
Nope, sucks we don't have any thieves.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yep, let's leave.
Yeah, I'm not looking to fuck with that.
I'm trying to think if there's any like riddle that would work, like the thief of life, death, or something.
Well,
I don't know. Okay.
I heard it.
That was weird.
yeah.
Yeah, I was putting something in the main chat.
Yeah, that's just
Oh,
part of
that's
the
what
grate.
it was. I heard a ding, and my TeamSpeak
no
wasn't flashing. I
flashing.
was like, what the fuck is that? What's
So, yeah.
going on?
Do we have a plan for when we get there? Like how we're gonna open it?
Um,
The grate?
Yeah.
Or the
Like,
chest?
it's the grate. I think we're.
Well, the chest, you could
passing.
try picking it.
I think we're passing on this chest because none of us even have thieves' tools proficiencies.
Well, we have thieves' tools, but not proficiency.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could try it. What's the worst that could happen?
You need to get it.
if,
Get eaten.
if we could be devoured.
My sleight of hand could be better.
It's not sleight of hand though.
Let's go.
Yeah.
At the very least, let's just get over there now, because I don't want to be in the cold anymore.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we're barely cold, but yeah. So let's.
so you guys can start up the river, and you kind of step up.
No open
You
flames.
kind of start kind of like crunching ice, and eventually the ice becomes thick enough for you to stand on. And it seems to get quite thick indeed as you move through the little gas hallway. And it's cold. Like, it is deadly cold in here. Like, you
Well,
imagine...
walking.
It is probably colder than anything any of you have probably ever experienced. The fact that you are
walking.
wet is not helping
Can we-
matters. You figure
Can
that
we
if you
ask
don't...
artists?
Yeah, you figure if you don't get out of this cold, like, pretty quick, that you're all going to start suffering from exhaustion, from hypothermia.
What do you want to ask artists?
What he did. This clearly didn't come from nowhere.
So, he's
I
like,
mean,
"Oh,
he was
that's-
probably just pissed off that something we had to keep moving, and then he just froze all this shit up so no one could get to us.
Yeah.
So, as you guys approach, artist just kind of shrugs at you. He's like, oh, these are what Chilton Winters are like.
Showed up.
Jolton Winters.
So,
Tropical island.
so, as you guys approach the area where
Christmas is
the
Homestead, obviously.
as you guys approach the area where the grate is, you just see like the ice from the ground seems to all just spike up into this just massive wall that basically goes all the way up to the ceiling of the cavern you're in, to where the grate is.
Yeah, they have no idea we're here.
They also can't get into here.
By the way, I cast Mage Armor.
Okay.
Okay, so it's covering the grate, or is it?
Oh,
just
it's like,
a
yeah, it's
thing
like,
to climb
it's
up?
wall to wall, floor to ceiling. Like, it is just a barrier of what looks like solid ice. And it looks like it's several feet thick.
So we're
Guess
not
we're
getting
not
to the
getting through
grate.
there.
So, um, so, you know, you see Artis kind of like put his hands on the ice and kind of start like just rubbing around on it. And parts of it start to just kind of crack and fall off. And it sort of becomes kind of an icy step ladder up to where the grate is. Looks like it'll be not a terribly easy climb, but yeah, you'll manage.
And they've replaced the grate, probably. So now we actually have to push it open.
Yeah, well, Artis goes up, and no, the grate. Yes, actually, yes, the grate is back where it was. Whether Artis moved it or something else moved it, you're not sure. Is that fucking outhouse again?
Yeah, I get it.
Is there enough space for me to climb up with him to help him push it up?
You don't think so? It's kind of like it's basically like trying to be a second person on like the top of a ladder while somebody else is like on a ladder. But you know, you see him kind of like muscle into it and struggle with it for a while, and eventually is he gonna be able to get this up?
If I cast prestidigitation on myself to warm up my clothes, is it fine?
It barely
just get out
makes
of the
any
dryer?
difference. It's like taking your clothes out of the dryer and then like walking outside in Alaska in the middle of winter.
It's only warm.
It's
not
like
heated.
it was great for a couple of seconds. Then after that, it's like, oh no, it's gone.
I'm just gonna keep doing it until we get out.
So he eventually is able to struggle it up for just fuck it, just to make things move along.
Yeah.
Because I forgot how heavy the grate was, and I don't think he's got room to cast Big B's hand to open that grate. So he struggles
Cast
it
Big B's
open
hand.
eventually and helps you guys out of the hole. And you guys are back. Oh, whoop, right here.
Okay, third floor. Do we want to use the balcony, or do we just want to go into the secret place and go down those stairs?
If we go through the secret place,
That
we-
statue might be back. And we're probably gonna run into dwarves.
No, not
Yeah.
that secret place. We go down to the second floor and go in the secret door in the lower left-hand corner,
I guess we can do
Alright.
that.
straight to the scrying room.
Say hi to Withers on our way.
We don't have to, but if we want to kill him, we can.
Ah, fuck him.
I mean, he might just teleport away again if we try.
When he teleported away, did he have to say something?
He didn't seem to.
He just
Okay,
grabbed
come on.
his necklace.
He
and-
grabbed the skull necklace thing around his neck. And he seemed to disappear.
Then silence won't work on that. Okay.
God, why do you have
I
it
guess-
in for custodians so badly?
Custodians are the ones, hey, go clean up that mess on aisle 5.
He's just the
Oh,
hired
fuck.
help. He's just the enslaved help.
Yeah, he's not hired anymore. Is our blood trail cleaned up?
No. It still seems to be there.
Does it look like there's been footprints in it?
No. It seems to have just kind of dried over.
Okay.
So they'll rebuild statues, but they won't mop the floors.
They gotta draw the line somewhere. We're gonna go downstairs, go all the way around this balcony, go to the lower left-hand corner, go in the room, don't look at the water. We'll go into
Don't look
the
in the water.
next room, and go down the circular staircase
Stairs.
there. Unless something impedes us along the way. How's that
The
for?
zombies will be back.
Yeah, I mean they'll be there, and we'll just be like, oh.
I don't remember where this thing goes. Oh, that's right.
What, the circle staircase?
So, nothing impedes you on your travels. You make it to the spiral staircase,
It's lit.
Lit.
and you continue down. So, technically, it actually isn't lit, but the staircase walls are lined with unlit torches in iron sconces, set with niches containing moldering humanoid skulls and bones.
It's dank.
I mean, the torches seem, they're unlit, but there's like a bunch of torches, and they
Yeah,
seem
I
perfectly
remember
good.
now that you said that the torches upstairs were also not lit, but were shown lit in the picture.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
We want to stop at this feels like the third floor, right?
You would imagine so, yes. You feel like you've traveled down about 25 feet or so from the second floor. And you come to a door. A nondescript stone door.
Okay, we
Looks
have to
like
deal
me.
with the third level.
Turn the lights
Yeah.
off. Let me look in there first.
I'll turn the lights off.
I'll open the door.
Boop, 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 boom. So, you open the door. Boop. This room is dark and dusty. A hulking figure wearing a bucket helm stands to the west with one hand on an iron lever set into the wall. The south wall is sloped and has a large rectangular window 5 feet wide by 7 feet high. The window looks into a hallway through a rectangular hole in the hallway floor and farther down into a well-lit room shaped like a cylinder tipped on its side.
I'm gonna turn around and awaken my friends over here and tell them that there's a tomb guardian in there.
Yeah, it seems to just be standing there, like, at attention, almost like a statue, with its hand, like, on a big lever. Like, just standing there, like, motionless,
wanna
holding
take
a
it?
lever.
Does it see you?
Does it?
It would have noticed that the door is open. But there's been no reaction to that whatsoever.
Close the door.
You close the door.
I mean, do we want to fuck with that?
Well,
I
we have
mean-
to get onto the third floor.
Is
Just
it-
want to go back upstairs and.
Those
Like a window.
those
I
little
see a
passages
door.
on the side are just like crawlways, right?
You would have to probably go in and take a better look.
Yeah, but I didn't see a door.
I'm gonna light my light. I guess I can just tell the Starfallen, please light my way.
Yeah.
And I want to see if the dude fucks with that. Like if he wants to fight because it's bright now.
Okay, so it's not really bright in there, because you guys closed the door.
Oh. Well, I'll open the door.
Okay. There seems to be no reaction in the Tomb Guardian whatsoever.
I'll wave.
Well, you just, like,
One of
stick
those.
your arm through, like, the wall and...
No, I'm looking at him and I'll just wave at him.
Well, he's kind of
Busy?
here. You kind of just barely see you in, like, sort of the peripheries of his helmet. You kind of have to go in there to get...
I guess I will try to sneak
He's
past
probably
him.
kind of, like, here. It's tough to say.
I guess I'll sneak past him to go over to here to look at this.
Okay. Yeah, so he's, like... Yeah, so he's, like, here, and he seems to be facing, like, this window thing.
So this is my... That's not a diggy thing, that's upstairs. So I'll stealth over to the other side.
Yep. Yeah, you just sort of crouch down and tiptoe through the room, and Tomb Guardian doesn't move whatsoever.
Get the feeling that he's gonna react to something that's happening in here, in this room. That's why he's looking out the window.
Yeah.
So we should just deal with him.
Golems are kind of single-minded. And Dusty's book will probably tell you that they kind of do what they're told.
Pretty
Not
much.
much else.
What was through the window again?
Just a room.
So you see, basically, you see a hallway on the other side of this glass. So what looks like a glass wall. You see a hallway here that seems to continue off in this direction. This is probably a better way to... Yeah. So you see a hallway that seems to continue off this way. And then the hallway has a hole in the floor. And the hole in the floor leads into a sideways cylindrical room below it that is well lit.
A sideways cylindrical room.
Yep.
like a drum.
Yeah, so it looks like a rock tumbler.
Okay.
Can't we see
Okay.
what this purple stuff is?
From here, no. And especially not you. Because you're way back in here.
Yeah. Anything else you want to know about that room in front of us? Through the glass?
Do I have a description of that hallway? No. Kind of looking at... The hallway also seems to be oddly shaped. Like it seems to sort of taper up like a pyramid. The long hallway that continues this way. It's not just a perfectly straight, flat hallway. It does seem to be about 8 feet tall. And then the sides kind of taper up.
Okay.
To not quite to a point, but it kind of looks a little... It gets pointy and pretty narrow at the top. And then this wall that you're looking at is also on sort of a taper, too. Kind of matching it.
Yeah, I'm not really sure of the reasoning for that.
Let's just kill the dude.
But he's not killing us.
But if we go into this room, you'll probably pull this lever and open this trap door.
Yeah, he's right.
Well, it's not really a trap door, it's a hole. You can
Yeah.
clearly see.
Yeah.
Either way, something is gonna happen in there. We enter there later, and this golem is still here. So
Yeah, but
we
by the
probably
time we
should.
get...
It might have to do something with the purple stuff.
Yeah.
This door is closed, right? This one is closed.
Yes, there is a closed door at the back of the cylindrical room.
Well,
Okay.
we probably would want to start with fire. So if we want to take this guy out, sorry buddy, then get in here and get ready to shoot him.
I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna have my sword drawn, I'm gonna be ready to hit him.
What are you doing?
So yeah, this is going to be a very tight fit. Like you can get
Oh, it's
probably...
only 15 feet across.
Well, yeah, so he's kind of taken up this whole corner. So, like, 2 of you could kind of get in here for melee range. And then 1 person maybe behind you shooting things at somewhat of a disadvantage. But other than that, there's not really going to be any room for anybody else to be able to do anything. So it's going to basically be like a 2.5 on 1 if you fight this golem in this little room. Just so you're aware.
Do we want to have Dusty over here?
It should be
Probably.
Dusty. It's got.
And
it's,
then,
doesn't like fire, and I don't have any fire.
like, Cass and I can wait at the sides, let Dusty get his shot off, and then we'll move in, make our attacks.
I mean, this goes without saying, but Dragon Bait Buddy is much better at this than me.
Oh, yeah,
right
okay,
now.
then let's have Dragon Bait.
Did you want this to be quiet?
I would say so.
Actually, it can be because you could get those back pretty easy.
It can't be because Dusty would be in the quiet zone.
True.
Never mind. I can't make it quiet.
If you want to make it quiet, then all the melee just wail on him.
Yeah, it'd
Well,
just be
2 of
the-
the melee.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just do it then, I guess.
Alright, I'm moving right here. Oh, do we have to roll initiative? Do we get attacks on him first?
The three of you that are attacking him, I will say sure. I'll give you a surprise round. So you guys, who I guess who's moving into the room?
Me.
Me
I'm moving here.
and Dragonbait.
Okay.
All
So
of these.
The three of you kind of move into the room and draw weapons and sort of get ready to attack this thing, and it doesn't budge. You see little twitches of movement, so it does not seem to be paralyzed or a statue or anything like that. It just seems to be completely ignoring your presence as you prepare to attack it.
Feels incorrect. Feels like it should be reacting.
Well, golems, when they're given a command like, hey, look in here and pull this lever when you see something.
Yeah.
That's all
Pretty
they're gonna
mindless.
do. Sorry,
Okay.
buddy.
So go ahead.
Whammy.
Ooh, damn.
Oh
Oh.
my god.
Seriously.
I'm not even going to roll for artists.
And then
Roll my initiative now. God, why did my initiative suck penis?
Did Jez and I roll as well, or?
Sure, but I'm probably just going to skip your guys' turns
jeez.
unless something happens.
good initiative.
I don't think I have any.
Dragonbait gets a 4.
I don't have much for helping others do their job.
Descending. Dragonbait's attacks. Aha! Well, one hit.
I just won't roll.
One hit for, alright damage. Yeah. Dragonbait probably still is putting out a little bit better DPS than Pyro because he gets an extra attack, but that's pretty much about it. Being that this thing is not an undead, it is a construct.
Mhm.
Tomb Guardian. What'd you guys do? Pyro did an 8. Dusty did a 12. And Dragonbait did that.
I did a 12.
So, as you guys start plunging your weapons into its face and attacking it, it kind of roars and begins to thrash about. And, Pyro, it is your turn. It is now pissed off and wanting to attack you. That first one, yeah, that ain't hitting. That ain't hitting anything.
That's
Ever.
just like
Double.
But the other one will hit things.
3
Speaking-
ones in a
Speaking
row.
of hitting things,
Is he berserked because of the fire damage?
oh, that's right. He hit fire damage. Yeah, so he is fucking going nuts because of Dusty's
Frothing.
fire damage.
Frothing at the mouth.
Well, maybe, but you can't see because he's got a big bucket helm on. They all seem to have these bucket helms.
It's just coming out of the...
Yeah, it's just pouring. It's just coming out the bottom. This liquid is just kind of dripping out like the bottom at the front. You're not quite sure what it is. It's a little disturbing. First attack is going to miss. He's going to slam at Pyro again. That'll probably hit. 23 versus AC.
Yep.
Whoop, whoop. 15 bludgeoning damage.
There's 3.
Dragonbait, 3 attacks. Oh. 2 hits. I should just be taking the median damage just to speed things up with Dragonbait. That's not bad damage. He slices into it a couple of times for some decent damage. Dusty.
Yeah, I'll just keep firebolting.
Your firebolt plinks off of his helm. Kind of knocks it askew, but other than that, it doesn't seem to really do much to him.
Has he engaged us?
Oh, he's attacking you guys, yeah.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
gonna
Yeah.
get me.
Yeah, he's swinging at
good.
Pyro.
I'll stay where I am.
You're not within range because you're kind of like probably tucked into this little back corner while while Dragonbait and Pyro are taking up the bulk of the room. So you've got a couple of human shields.
Okay.
You're feeling
Yeah,
pretty
just
good
like,
about it.
You know, he might turn around and start trying to fuck with me. So.
Well, no, he's
Not
in
turn
the
around,
other
walk
corner.
forward.
Like
Yeah, walk forward.
unless one of them goes down and he tries to push through them to get to you, he's not getting to you.
Yeah.
You feel pretty secure in your human shields. Pyro.
That one, no.
Clings off of his...
Come
You
on.
hit him in the bucket helm and set it back the way it was before. So it is now, like, reset into its, like, proper position. He's probably really grateful for that, because now he can see properly.
2 crits on the other side.
People
That
that
is
roll
not
2
fair.
dice.
You do.
Oh, you hit him with the first attack, though. Before you
If you
take
turn
damage.
that off, so it only rolls the 1, you don't have to worry about your crit that never
Yeah,
happened.
I know, but then I forget, like, oh,
Then he
yeah,
forgets
I
to
do
roll
have
his advantage, then he's got to roll again.
Well, just set it so that it asks you every time.
That's
And
so
then-
annoying. Don't do that. Don't listen to Jez. It's awful. I hated having that.
It's amazing.
No,
I
it's
didn't even
not.
turn it
I
on
would
for that.
I would rather just look at the other numbers, because if the other number's a crit, I don't care. Tomb Guardian is going to make 2 attacks on Pyro again. First one's a 24 versus AC. The other one's a 23 versus AC.
Yeah.
Boop, boop. 14 bludgeoning damage.
3. Is that total?
17 bludgeoning damage. Yeah, you can take your -3s off these.
No, he was asking
14 and
both of them,
17. Yeah, he is now like just pissed off, and he seems to just be swinging at you, Pyro, with just everything he's got. Like, it seems like nothing in this world will stop him from trying to tear you apart, except maybe death. Speaking of death, Dragonbait swings at him. Hits him twice. Whee! Is that a 1 or a 7? Why do I have so little light? I didn't turn that other thing on. Do I have a lamp on? Yeah, it does. Dragonbait hits him a couple times. Blood starts to pour out of the armor profusely, but is still alive. Dusty. Dusty fires a firebolt and knocks the helmet askew, scorching the face underneath, and it kind of screams. Kind of this guttural, inhuman scream. It is still alive. Pyro.
Come on. Fucking hell!
This is getting funny now.
Wow, that's impressive.
So you knock the helmet back straight again, and then you run him through with your second attack, and it is dead. And it slumps to the floor. Slumps to the floor with like one arm like propped up on the lever.
I want to move that arm off the lever.
Okay.
I'm at 48. But it did a number on me.
Yeah.
Well, you wanted to attack it. Poor defenseless Tomb Guardian. He wasn't hurting nothing or nobody.
Are you gonna take care of that yourself, or you want me to do it?
I can. Well,
Boop, boop.
So do we want to see what that lever does?
I'm curious. Yeah.
Custom level.
Having it be described as a rock tumbler room, I assume it is a rock tumbler room.
So, you want to pull the lever, do you?
Pull the
Kronk.
lever, Kronk. Will you calm down?
I'm not gonna be the one to pull it. I
Well-
want to see what it does.
do we want to see where this little tunnel goes first?
That's our only real way out.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't really want to smash glass.
Yeah.
And so, like, looking at it a little bit further, whatever the glass is or whatever you're looking through seems to be pretty thick. Like a good few inches thick.
Yeah, so
As
that
you
would
kind
take
of-
some chunking.
Does anybody really get up close to it to kind of peer down into that other room?
I can get up close.
Yeah, it probably
Give me
would
a
be
perception check. As you guys are kind of checking out the rock tumbler room.
me. Oof.
I'll say that's enough. Dusty, you're kind of like looking at it, and you like put your hand on the glass to like look, and the glass doesn't feel very smooth. It feels kind of rough, like roughly hewn stone, kind of similar to like the concrete wall, or not concrete, but the stone walls around you, the carved stone walls around you. Feels just like that. Almost as if the glass windows made out of the same material as the stone walls.
That's impossible. Stone is not see-through.
Can I tell if it's magical with like an Arcana check?
With a detect magic spell, you probably could.
Does Wand of Secrets get back all charges, or is it?
Roll me a d6.
6.
I think it's just a D3.
You get 1 charge back.
Yikes.
Feels bad.
Oh well.
Yeah, it's 1 d3. It's just easier to roll a d6.
Okay.
I don't remember if a d3 even works properly in Roll20.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Those just doesn't roll like a 3D dice.
Yeah, it's just...
So that's no fun then. That's no fun. Anywho,
Anyway.
what you want to do? You got a lever, you got a dead tomb thing.
You want me to
Try the
pull the lever?
Yeah, I want to see what happens.
Yep.
Pull it with the dead guy's hand.
Alright, so you just kind of slump the arm over the lever, and then just kind of like pull the arm to like pull the lever. You do that, and you can see, like you guys kind of watching all through the window, can see that the room below begins to rotate.
Oh
And
boy.
it starts to like just kind of rotate around and around.
Could we tell what the purple stuff was now that we were closer?
Nope. You'd have to probably get down there.
Well, that doesn't... Well, we figured that.
Whatever it is, it seems to be kind of stuck to the insides of the floor there. Like, it seems to move with the floor. Like, it doesn't tumble around. So, you guys watch, and it starts to turn and turn and turn. It's not particularly fast. Like, it's not...
The ride.
Yeah, it's like a rock tumbler. After watching it, you see... Like, as it rotates, you see that there are little demon faces carved into the stone every once in a while. And then you see at one point some gas kind of shoot out of the demon faces into the chamber. And then it continues to kind of spin and spin. And then, as you continue watching it, you see some stone spikes protrude from all the walls about 6 inches out as the thing continues to rotate around.
Is
it
just the inside of the room that's rotating around, or is it
kind of
like...
looks
The entire room?
the room kind of looks like that.
Oh, that's what you were saying earlier.
It is. It is the rotating room. It's the room that when I read the description of it 2 or 3 times, like, I don't fucking get it. Then I saw the picture and I was like, okay, I get it.
I think we should I'll use the guy's hand again to turn
Stop
the
it.
lever off.
Yep, you turn the lever off, and after like a few seconds, thing starts to slow, and eventually it stops. And
I'll
nothing
slump him
seems
up
to
in the
happen.
corner like he's sleeping.
Yep,
They'll buy that.
sure.
Sure.
So, I'm gonna check the western side of this room, eastern side of this room, for that little pathway. Is it like crawlway?
Yep, it seems to be some kind of little crawl space.
Well, I'm not gonna tell anyone to go down there if I won't go down myself. Who would do that? So I'll start crawling down the way.
It seems to lead on for a while, and then turns around into possibly some other chamber.
I'll follow him.
Well, now that he's there, I cannot turn around, so I'll keep going.
That is true. So you continue on until you get to the mouth of the thing, and it seems to let you out. It seems to lead into a small chamber. In the small, dusty room, you see a golden skull resting on a pedestal in the middle of it, with some stairs leading up to a blank wall on the sort of northern end of the room.
Okay, so this is this. Well, we're still in the secret room because of the secret stairs.
I wonder if there's a door.
Yeah.
I
We might
wonder.
need Dusty to find this door.
I haven't followed you guys.
I would have gone with them.
Right away. Probably don't touch that.
Yeah.
It seems to be a gold skull that is like human-sized skull.
Like
It seems to be like made out of. Yeah, it looks like it's made out of gold.
Yeah.
Made out of gold, maybe plated in gold. You can't really be sure unless you pick it up and feel how
Maybe this
hefty
is the
it
one
is.
that makes all the flaming skulls.
What?
The little girl skull. Maybe she came from this. I'm being stupid.
Yes, this thing birthed it
I'm being
Oh.
out of
stupid.
its skull uterus.
Skullverus. I guess I'll go up to the top of the stairs and check for seams to see if there is indeed a door there.
Give me a seam check.
I seem
You
to not
kind
know
of
what
pat
it
you
is.
pat on the thing. You're like, I don't. It's like there's got to be a door here, but how does Dusty find these things? You're stumped.
I'll
Like,
check.
I'm gonna send my sprite down the hallway until it gets to Dusty and say, "Hey, Dusty, we need your seam checking skills."
Or do we? No.
No, we do
not.
not.
Pyro from like the bottom of the stairs, like it's right there. Like there's light shining through. It's like it's right there. What do you mean you can't see that? See
I'll
it from
bring
here.
my-
And he like looks
I'll
at the
get my
skull and is like, "Can
familiar
you
back."
see it?" Even the skull sees it. It's like right there. He's looking right
I've
at
been
it.
staring at it for a while, so should. Listen, it's not easy having a -1. Not easy being green. Did anyone follow yet?
Artis and Dragonbait always take up the rear, so until all of your party
Okay.
catches up, they won't be there unless you've specifically asked them to be for some reason.
Does Dusty not want to go this way?
I mean, I was just waiting for some sort of cue to follow you guys in.
Well, my
As in, he
cue
was waiting
hey,
for you to set off all the traps and die.
My,
He was
Yeah.
waiting for the agonizing screaming.
my sprite did come ask you to come help look at the secret door that we found.
Oh, okay. Then I'll catch up.
But by the time you get
So
here,
don't-
it's already found.
Yeah, Dusty, yeah, you get there, like all excited to go look for a secret door. He's like, yeah, they need me to find a door.
Actually,
And-
about halfway through, I'll tell everyone, pretend it's not there, pretend it's not there.
Fire's already got it like half open. Like what?
I'm like, oh, fine, I'll close it. I'm just like, where is this door?
So Dusty,
Where could it possibly
I'm
be?
a perception check to see if I hear anything while I'm crawling through the tunnel.
Yeah. You would probably hear some like echoey whispers, like don't tell me we found the door.
The two of them are whispering.
Something about like
What
finding
are
the
you
door.
doing?
You're not 100%
door.
sure exactly what it is, but you hear all your friends talking about like whispering about finding a door or something like that.
When he gets close enough, I'll
Uh.
tell him, don't touch the skull.
Okay. I'll walk into the room or crawl into the room.
You just keep crawling up the steps.
I'm gonna be on this wall looking for a door.
Okay.
I'll be looking for a door above the crawl space.
Okay. Has anybody tried pulling on the skull like a lever to see if it opens up the door?
I'm gonna insight check Pyro.
Yeah, you
Should've
see,
let me
you-
lie to him.
you see that he's like patting the wall down, like look like he's looking for a door, but he seems
there
to
was
keep
no-
look back at you nervously every like 10 seconds. It seems really odd and really suspicious.
Deception check
Yeah.
made.
Are you trying to be a wise guy?
I'm not
like,
I'm not part
it's
of
like,
it.
where's the door? Where is it?
Karan's like standing next to the crawl space with his
Can
hands
I
folded,
roll
just
a
like
deception for
Sure.
his insight?
See how
Let's see.
probably about as good as mine.
I have no idea what they're doing, Dusty.
Deception.
Wow.
You actually beat it. It was me that gives it away.
It's like you kind of you're looking at it and it's like, why is he acting so weird? Oh, he's a weird guy. And then you like look at Cass, and Cass is like, it's like, door, where's the door? We need Dusty to find it. And you're like, oh, I get it now.
I'm
Oh,
not part of it. This wasn't my idea.
patronizing me, huh?
It's not patronizing. We're trying to make you feel like a valued, important member of this party.
I already know I'm valued.
you hear a voice from down the crawl space, like, did you find the door yet?
Hang on. I just point up the stairs. It's up there, isn't it? It's up there, isn't it?
Cass checked, but we couldn't find it.
Give me a perception check with advantage. Seeing that, like, the suspicious party members have kind of ruled out.
Oh my goodness.
You're pretty sure it's there. You don't really see it, but you're so, like, contemptible at this point, you probably just, like, no, it's right there.
I'm just gonna pretend. Hang on.
Dusty, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna point there. I'm gonna look at it, and I'm gonna do a check. But I'm not actually checking for the door. I'm just trying to make it seem like I know where the door is.
I think we all
Hey,
think
you guys all, Dad, Dusty seems to have figured out where the door is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go look.
Somebody open this while I go get him in here.
Go
Yeah,
and
you-
open the door.
Dusty kind of just, like,
'Cause I
pokes
don't
back a
actually
little
know
bit
where
and
it is,
relays.
so I just
Yeah.
I need somebody else to do it.
it would be funny if you come back and a different door is open.
This is the strangest exchange we have ever had.
And I go get dragon bait and
Listen,
artists.
you need levity in these tombs.
You know what?
At this point, even the skull has just, like, a weird look on his face, like, what?
I'm gonna actually
these
see
people?
if there's a door on this wall, just in case.
Sure. Perception check.
No, god damn it.
I don't know. You don't seem to find one. There is
It
no
would've been
door
so
that
great.
you're aware of.
I'm
Let's
gonna
just-
go open the door now.
Yeah.
Yep. So you open the door. And it seems to lead into a hallway.
More purple
More
stuff.
purple shit.
Oh god, what is that?
It's what you get.
Meanwhile,
Look.
as the door was being opened, I didn't actually go through the tunnel yet. I was just kind of like peeking out and be like, okay, I knew it was there. I knew it was there.
So, opening the door, you see it leads into a large hallway. The long hallway continues off to the east, past two alcoves that each have a tomb guardian in armor, decked out in armor. But these ones are sort of standing there, like knight statues kind of would, and they have big spiked gauntlets. And they're just kind of standing there with their fists up with these huge spiky gauntlet things on.
Did you hear that, Pyro? Armor.
So,
Actually, he was cutting out for me, so.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
cutting out a little bit.
you got tomb guardians in the alcoves with spiky fists. They have big fist gauntlet things covered in metal spikes. And they're just standing there guarding. Kind of like the one with the lever. They just seem to be like standing there waiting for something to happen. To the west, you see a large set of double doors. There are two hulking figures standing in alcoves along this long hall facing each other, armors bolted to their flesh. They wear bucket helms and spiked gauntlets. Iron collars around their necks are connected by a spiked chain that stretches across the corridor. Yeah, so there's also a spiked chain going from Tomb Guardian to Tomb Guardian from their necks, like a dog collar with a big spiky chain, chaining the two of them together. You also see that the hallway extends further up into some sort of larger chamber. You're not really sure of what's in there. Just block the whole monitor. Thank you. Appreciate that. You see a large set of double doors to your left, and you see purple mold that seems to be kind of growing in patches all around. Like, it seems to probably be what was in that tumbler as well. There just seems to be patches of it kind of everywhere.
I can go
Could I
visible.
tell if it was poisonous or not?
You could try eating it. That's probably the fastest way to tell.
What would be a slightly slower way of telling?
Nature.
Um,
Does it look natural?
give
Like a natural
me...
mold?
Yeah, you guys could give me a... Sure, give me a nature check.
I have a -1 to that. Does someone with better nature want to do that?
Don't worry, I have a
probably
plus
have
one.
fine nature.
I'm not
Don't
rolling
worry,
good.
I'm great at this.
I said
We're
I
all doing it.
Yeah, you guys
Wow.
have never seen this stuff before.
Oh no.
even the person
But-
good at it.
Every once in a while, you see, like, one of the little mold clumps just kind of go, like, pfft, and, like, a little cloud of spores kind of shoots out.
Yeah, that's probably poisonous.
Not, like, a huge cloud that, like, fills the hallway, but, like, enough. You know, it's like, oh, it must be spreading.
Yeah.
That's how it spreads around and why it
Yeah, hopefully
seems
it
to
doesn't
be
spread
everywhere.
in your body.
I'm gonna take like a cloth and just like put it around my.
You want to dampen them first. You
I
want to
don't
dampen
dampen
the
it.
claws and then put it over your mouth, because that's how you get a impromptu gas mask.
I will dampen it and do that.
Yep.
I guess I
So
will
you
too.
guys are in a room with a skull. You have a hallway with tomb guardians chained together down one way, a couple of doors, and another chamber further up.
Yeah, so based on where we came down, over to the west is probably where the balcony is.
Yeah.
Which means that there's probably one of the tombs either. Whoops, wrong one. Here or here.
Do you want me to go invisible and check down that hallway?
You can't see.
That's true.
This is the problem.
Oh, you guys are not shining light down there. So yeah, all of your other nature checks would have been moot anyways, except for
Well-
Wacky's.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have been checking the one like right beside us.
God damn it. My
Yeah.
sprite also does not have dark vision.
Oh, dark vision? Wow. Alright.
Listen.
It's a star. It lived in space.
No, my sprite. Not
Oh.
the Starfallen. Starfallen might be able to see. Is a ghost. I'm pretty sure ghosts can see the dark.
I'm
Ghosts
pretty
are
sure it
the
goes
dark.
if it could not. At least it wouldn't bump into anything.
Well, Starfallen would basically just describe exactly what Wacky can describe for you.
I could go up ahead and peek in, if that's what you want.
Well, I was thinking about going past the chain, but those golems will probably attack. Considering I'd have to have a light in front of me.
We want to at least see what's down here. Before we
Yeah,
decide.
I get the feeling that those spores or the purple stuff's gonna shoot at us if we disturb it.
Can we burn it away? Where we are?
With some kind of shooty fire. I mean, it's in clumps everywhere.
Well, we don't
So,
know.
like, if you wanted to target a specific, like, chunk of it,
Yeah.
you could
We should
fire
see- we should
firebolt
see
or
if
something.
hurts us before we try to burn it, because if it's like flammable and catches this entire place on fire,
That's fair.
so I guess
Why am I zooming in
Do
so much on my
any of
DM
the-
map?
Do any of the chunks look body shaped?
You can't tell because it is dark.
um
Unless somebody wants to light up a light spell and shine it into the hallway for everybody.
so do we want to go into? Do we want to? Wait, is everyone in this little room?
Yeah, you're all in the skull room. Wacky's
Okay.
at the top of the stairs relaying what she sees.
Then I should go up first with light and see if those tomb guardians will attack us. right away, or if they'll stay there. Because it seems like maybe this is the finish line for some twisted race. Does that sound like a good deal?
Do it. You won't.
We still haven't done anything with the skull.
No, we're
Nope.
not doing anything with this stuff.
That looks like it is cursed as fuck.
Okay.
So, sorry, what'd you say? Like, down to the... You wanted to go to the west first, or...
Well, I was just gonna go out there first and see
Sorry, not
if
west. I keep
those-
saying west, east.
I wanted to see if those Tomb Guardians will attack us if we don't cross that barrier.
Okay. Test it out. Take
So
'em.
I will light up my Starfallen, and I'll walk out into the hallway.
Okay. You step out into the hallway, and nothing seems to happen. They're still just staring straight ahead,
Okay.
looking at each other
They
intently.
probably are told to kill whoever breaks the chain or gets past them. So we should be fine exploring the west side of this section for now. Unless you just want to kill them now.
I mean, I just
we
took
could probably
like,
leave
the
them be
beating.
for now.
Yeah, we'll deal
Yeah.
with it later.
Okay. Do you want to check out the double doors or go up?
We read the plaque already, right? With your
Yeah.
sprite.
Yeah, the plaque for this
Yep.
section, and I just hit a button, and I'm going to the wrong place.
Nice feeling it.
Kill
Hmm.
one.
Nothing.
Okay.
What?
He just said he hit a wrong button. I said nice.
Oh, I thought you said you guys feeling it.
No, I said nice. Feeling it. Feeling it.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I also heard you guys feeling it. Like it was a
I'm
question.
like, what? The love in the air tonight?
Walk through water with weapon in hand. Flake your shadow at the font. Vulture's the first step. Write the gods. Walls of history tell all.
Yeah, none of that seemed to work for...
Where we are right now.
Yeah. They tend to only work for the tombs anyways. Or be related to the tombs, not
Yeah.
in between.
Um,
So, do we want to go north?
I opt north, yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
let's go north. There was no mention of purple, so hoping it's not bad.
So, yep. You continue north.
This is called the floor.
That's a big skull.
There's a big skull on the floor.
Hey, we're close to us now.
Wait, where did I... Okay. Yeah, now ignore the skull.
I'm really curious what those skulls actually are.
So, you enter this chamber. You kind of walk past the chunks of purple mold, and one of them kind of spits at you a little bit, at one of you, and it just kind of gets on your pant leg, and nothing seems to happen. It doesn't dissolve it, doesn't seem to really do anything.
Does it stain?
Just, you see like little bits of spores and that probably stuck to it.
And cast prestidigitate it.
Probably.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, you can just kind of whoosh magic it away. So you continue in. You see a 4-columned portico jutting out from the far wall, beneath which a stone sarcophagus rests in a wall recess. 4 ceramic frog masks hang in niches around the sarcophagus. Beneath the masks, humanoid bones are strewn across the floor. To the east, a large carving of a tentacled frog monster squats above the shrine. Offerings lie on a shelf before it. 4 rectangular frescoes adorn the adjacent walls.
We're at Kubazan's.
Oh, Cupid's on.
So, Wacky, you hear a voice, a nervous, tittering voice in your head with warning. He's like, "Oh, don't try on those masks. I don't trust those."
I don't think we should try on the mask, guys.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah,
There's no
let's
water.
I also say that about everything, so.
Walk weapon in hand.
There's no water.
Oh,
Um,
like your shadow.
there's
at
no
the front.
font, which is also water. Is there any vultures around? Like any vulture iconography?
If you want to look at the frescoes, I could tell you what all the frescoes look like.
Yes. I want to look at them.
So, 4 frescoes line the eastern wall of the tomb, 2 on each side of the shrine. So this would be like the shrine, and then your frescoes would probably be here and here. The first one shows a frog-like behemoth using its tentacles to help the Omuan people knock down a mighty statue. In the foreground, an old woman wearing a frog mask tosses 5 coins from her hand as though she's sowing seeds. The second fresco shows a frog-like behemoth wrapping its tentacles around a giant crocodile as Omuan hunters stab at the crocodile with their spears. And in the foreground, an old man wearing a frog mask holds up a bug to his open mouth.
A bug? Like
bug.
An insect?
Yeah, it looks like he's about to eat a bug.
Bug.
So, in the third fresco, you see a frog-like behemoth with 4 Omuan hunters riding on his back, finding a small boy in the jungle. The hunters seem elated. In the foreground, a young woman wearing a frog mask holds a knife in one hand and a headless chicken in the other. In the fourth fresco, you see a frog-like behemoth wallowing in a shallow pool as Omuans offer it urns of food and treasure as tribute. Cracks in the fresco obscure the head of the human figure in the foreground, but you can see that it grasps a lit candle.
That's probably the frog mask one, though.
So, looking around, you also notice that there are a bunch of things sitting on the wall shrine in between the frescoes. You see there is a 6-inch tall statuette of a frog-hemoth, and it has an inscription on its base in Old Omuan that you could probably get Dusty to history check. You see a copper bowl containing a bunch of rat bones. You see 4 dead cockroaches. You see a green wax candle. And you see 5 gold pieces just kind of scattered on top of it.
Has the wax candle been used, or look like it's been used?
It does look like it's been used, but it does look salvageable. Like, there's still some wick sticking out of it, so it does look like it would still be able to be used.
Okay, I'm gonna read the Omuan.
The Omuan says, "Give thanks to me as others have done since the dawn of time."
So,
So we just gotta give him some stuff.
Let's either write the gods or the walls of history tell all.
I think that's the
I think
walls
it's
of history.
Yeah.
So we should imitate the.
Frog mask.
Yeah, we should put on a mask and do what it's doing. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah. Even though Wacky's friend says not to.
He's afraid of everything.
You're very right.
Well, Charon would say.
I mean,
we don't know what.
Well, you also know that Charon's afraid of everything too.
Yeah.
So.
I don't like the Zorbo.
he's been a bit fucked up the last few days as well.
Okay. So we need to gather 5 coins. Eat a bug. Are there any chickens to behead?
There does not appear to be.
I don't think so.
There's the rat.
Well,
That's rat bones.
rat bones.
There are rat bones in the bowl, the copper bowl.
We have bugs. We have the cockroaches.
Yeah, there are 4 dead cockroaches on the thing.
What if it's blood? We gotta cut ourselves.
There was
There's no
the
other
chicken
living
head.
things.
There was the bug. There was
And then the
Candle?
lit candle.
what was the last one?
5 gold.
Yeah.
5 gold.
And there were frog masks.
How
Yeah.
many
Hanging somewhere?
masks?
4.
4 of
There are
them.
4.
Where are they?
I don't remember. Somewhere.
I don't know if
Um,
we all have to wear them though.
4,
More than 4
blah,
of
blah,
us.
blah, blah, beneath which rests a stone sarcophagus, wall recess, 4 ceramic frog masks hang in niches around the sarcophagus. So they are hanging in the little niches around sort of the area around the sarcophagus.
These. Is there anything on top of the sarcophagus?
Carvings. Carving of a tentacled frog monster.
A frog-hemoth, if you will. So I don't know if we need all 4, even though there seems to be 4 of everything.
I think it's just
I
one
think
person
we
could
should-
do all 4.
Yeah, the frescoes only have one frog person, one person holding wearing the frog mask, doing these things.
A different person in every one of those. Maybe it does need to be a different person. I pull out my knife. All right, let's get this over with.
Like I'll do it.
Oh,
Like,
no.
I'll be the one to do it. It's okay.
I would rather not have to eat a bug or anything. So let's get this
Yeah.
over with.
Or wear a frog mask.
Yeah, or wear a
no,
frog
not
mask.
eating a bug.
I'll
Standards.
I'll go and I'll put on one of the frog masks.
I'll eat the bug.
I was gonna do that one, but okay. I'll
Well, I think
light the candle.
I'm used to it. I've lived in the jungle.
Yeah.
let's
Dusty's probably kind of hungry too.
see
It's
what
just protein.
let's see what Jafar does, just in case it has to be the same person.
Yeah, I'll put on the mask. Does anything happen?
You die.
Cool. It was nice playing
No.
with you guys.
No, that- User has left the channel. No, nothing happens.
So
Alright.
there was the empty copper bowl, and then the bowl with
Oh,
rat
the-
bones.
wait,
Well,
Right.
no. The bowl, the
The
copper bowl has the rat bones in it.
Oh,
There was just the one bowl.
I feel like there's some sort of animal you have to sacrifice. Because there is a rat in there.
there's no rat.
Well,
In the bowl.
rat bones.
It's rat bones.
In the thing, it was a chicken. So I think Cass is right on this one.
I think it's just
blood.
blood,
Yeah.
like a cut yourself type of thing. But
Alright.
I'll do it. It's fine.
That would mean you also have to eat the blood. Or eat the blood. Eat them.
Eat the
What?
blood.
Oh well.
Not even
Um,
drink it. You gotta wait till it
yeah, I don't-
congeals and eat it.
Okay.
Does-
I mean, I guess we should see if it's the same person. before we do it.
Does there seem to be any sort of like barrier between these 4 pillars? Or what's going on over here?
It is, I believe, the 4-column portico. So it would be, essentially, it would be like archways, probably. Like there'd be columns with like an archway over top.
And there's like
But looking at it, there actually is not. I am wrong. There's actually not a carving. The sarcophagus is pretty. It is unadorned. It just seems to be a very plain sarcophagus. Nothing carved in it. It doesn't seem any particularly special at all.
Mhm.
Like it seems, all the work seems to have been put into the shrine on the eastern wall. That is where the big carving of what you assume is Kubazan. Like all the stuff, all the bits and everything, and the things surrounding it, and the big carving is all like on this at this eastern wall shrine. And then there are a bunch of human bones, kind of just like all scattered around in this area, in front of the humanoid bones. Technically, you don't know if they're exactly human. Could be elven bones.
I guess I will put 5 gold beside the other 5 gold first. See if
Okay.
anything happens.
Okay. Oh yeah, are you wearing a frog mask?
Yes.
Okay. So you put on your frog mask, you take out 5 gold, you place it on the altar thingy, shelf, whatever you want to call it. Nothing happens.
Nothing bad yet.
I will light the I guess
Well,
I'm just gonna do it in order, actually.
So next would be eating a bug.
Bug.
Is the next one the bug?
Yeah.
Yes.
Then
Second
I will,
fresco was a bug.
I will eat a bug.
Yep.
Protein.
It does not taste particularly good. bug has probably been dead for a very long time.
I'll be just
This
like,
is
Crunchy, it's very crunchy.
This is tomb
Crunchy,
level.
yeah.
You see,
fear
like, kind of a
factor.
disappointed glance, like, from Dusty. Well, like,
you wanna
almost
eat
like...
the bug?
Almost like he's disappointed that he didn't get to eat the bug.
I mean,
There's
eat
3
it
more.
later.
It's okay. What was the third one? The candle?
No,
Third-
the third one was.
Third one was a headless chicken.
I'll like slice my finger a little.
If you're gonna spill blood, do it in the bowl.
Yeah, like I'm gonna slice my finger a little bit and just like pour some
Why
blood
would you
in.
do your finger?
My left hand is where my shield is. I don't need my finger. I'm not gonna slit my wrist. That's a terrible idea.
Yeah,
I
but
can't
fingers
use my
are
hand.
fingers are bad because they always move.
I can lay on hands myself and heal it in like
Fine.
Then cut
5
your palm or
seconds.
something.
Yeah,
That's
do it.
That'll be
a
more.
Yeah, be a man about it.
Do it like all the movies. Skrrr.
Yeah.
You know why they
Do it
that?
like a
It's
Klingon.
easiest to hide the blood pack. Like if you slice your entire palm open, that hand becomes useless.
Yeah, no.
So,
You
no,
also heal yourself, as you just said. Whatever. Go. Whatever.
whatever. Like,
I'm not saying
gonna,
this. I'm worrying in a corner.
I'm gonna pour some blood into the bowl.
Yep. Give him roll 1d4.
For the damage.
Yeah. You take 3 points of damage as you kind of you got a little overzealous with it. You kind of cut a little more than you meant to.
-3.
Then you
For
take
this,
no
no, because it's an unarmored part of your hand.
You would take no damage, and no blood would come.
Yeah. You are not attempting to block this, so you take the full damage.
His reflexes are so good. Ah!
Yeah, its shield just kind of slips over his arm and knocks the knife away. And it's like, damn it! And you gotta do it again.
Shield bashes his own hand.
And then
So there's some blood in the thing, and nothing continues to happen.
I will light the candle.
Okay, how do you want to do that? I guess, you've got a flint.
Yeah.
You would all have flints.
Pretty much everyone has the tinder boxes.
Yeah. So you spark the candle and light it. Takes you a few tries. The candle's kind of old, and there's not really a ton of the wick left.
Why use magic?
But as you do, so you kind of just keep sparking it, and yeah, you guys kind of keep sparking it, and the candle kind of finally sputters to life. And as that happens, you see the stone lid of the sarcophagus kind of just slide off to the side and open. So it just kind of goes grrr and opens itself.
Anything coming out?
Nothing seems to come out.
I will walk towards it
Yep. You will.
and I'll get up right next to it. Like I'll pass under the
Dotted
column
line.
stuff. Yeah, the arches.
The very suspicious dotted line.
Yeah.
So, yep, you look inside, you see the bones of what looks like a large sort of amphibian creature, sort of all kind of filling the sarcophagus, lying in the middle of which is a long, somewhat polished staff adorned with runes.
We'll pick it up.
Okay, give me a charisma saving throw.
Are you gonna?
I'm just
Gonna
gonna
let
let it happen. I'm gonna let him in, but just for like the heck of it, I want to see what I would get.
Don't.
Well, if you roll
What did he
it,
say?
yeah, if you attempt to block it and you do block it, you will block him out forever.
No, like I'm letting him in, but just like for my own curiosity, I want to roll it.
Okay. So
You're
as
not
you pick up the staff,
Suffer me.
watery light ripples across the walls, and a monstrous tentacled shadow rises from the sarcophagus, and the air fills with the stench of a swamp. A rumbling voice echoes through the tomb. You are brave to summon me. Together we will crush the Undying One.
Yeah.
No, that's
Wow,
me.
he seems cool.
That's me though.
So, you gain the flaw, I am fearless and not afraid to take great risks.
Oh, so opposite of me.
And your strength score becomes 23.
Holy shit.
Honestly,
Now you
I
get
should
to
have
do
had that.
stuff.
Damn.
Now you get to do stuff.
And you now are clutching this shiny, fancy staff.
Fucking sick.
Why is this
I-
one so cool?
I think that's a Dado thing.
It's just a
Well, to
staff.
identify anyway.
Oh.
Well,
To you, it's
I don't
just a
think-
staff.
I don't
I'll be
think
like-
we really
I'll
use
be
stabs
like-
as much as Deto.
I'll be like, I feel like
Or
super
bones. It could be a
strong
staff
right
for
now,
bones.
guys. Take
Yeah.
the stab, Daddy.
It's a second staff of striking.
It's one for each hand.
You technically can, if you have.
So
like,
I'm
the-
assuming Dato's going to identify ritual cast to figure out
Sure.
what this thing is. So
Fearless is my
you gingerly stroke the length of this staff from top to bottom for the next 10 plus 1 minutes. Or I guess it'd be
Polish
10
the-
plus 6 seconds.
polish the knob.
You believe that this staff holds great power. In fact, you believe it was probably called a Staff of Power. It is a staff that can be wielded as a magical quarterstaff that grants you a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls. While holding it, you gain an automatic +2 bonus to your AC, +2 bonus to your saving throws, and +2 bonus to your spell attack rolls. And the staff has 20 charges that can cast a whole bunch of shit that I'm gonna have to cut
wow.
and paste into chat.
can cast a whole bunch of
See, you got your fucking magic item in
I'll
the
just
end.
do this.
Oh, is it in the SRD?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Jesus Christ.
You can
I like that
also
he already knows half of these.
you can also break the staff over your knee against.
Yeah, I was gonna say
solid
you can also, if you choose to, cast a retributive strike, and that means you take the staff, you snap it over your knee, and it explodes in a gigantic radius. It's a 30-foot radius, and depending on how many charges are left in the staff, it will do an absolute fuck ton of damage to everything in that radius.
50% chance to instantly travel to a random plane of
Yeah,
existence.
you have a 50% chance that you will be teleported to a different plane of existence, ignoring the blast. If not, you take, for instance, if the staff is full, you will take 320 damage
Yep.
from the blast if you are not teleported away.
You don't
Manageable.
even get to do the dexterity saving throw.
No, you just get the 50-50 shot. And if you get
Yeah.
teleported away, and then it peters out. The further away it is, the less damage it does. But yeah, the wielder of the staff can do up to 320 damage to themselves.
You can
So-
cast levitate 10 times.
Let me look.
That's a pretty neat staff.
Using your spell saving DC as well. Which is now +2. Or is it change the DC? No, it doesn't.
I don't think it
Okay,
Yeah,
does.
on a 1, if you expend all the charges, you roll to see if it's destroyed. On a 1, it's not destroyed. It keeps its +2 bonus to attack and damage. So it stays as a +2 magic weapon, but loses all other properties. So at least it's not 100% destroyed on.
What did you say my flaw was?
You're the opposite of me.
Brave and suffer every challenge.
Oh, this is a DM's guide. It's not in the DM's guide. Kubazan. I am fearless and not afraid to take great risks.
Imagine if
So
Wait.
I know who's going to be going into all the rooms from now on first.
Imagine if Charon had that.
Oh,
She would
Jesus.
he would have 23 to strength, 19 to con.
I'm not going to lie. I was hoping because it was a staff that Dusty would pick it up. I really wanted to see Dusty end up with 23.
No.
Staffing, but someone
No,
else was doing
enough.
it. So.
I wanted to see
Ended up
Dusty with
working
23
out.
strength. Would have been great.
It would have
23
been
strength.
no different from what it have right now.
Thank you.
Well, the fact that it's also a +2 weapon means that you would be able to do attacks on par with everybody else.
Yeah.
Like, your attacks would basically be as
Well-
strong as everyone else.
The difference is because he's not not a martial character, he would not have extra attack.
No, you would only get the one attack, but still, you'd be able to do dope-ass single hits.
Yeah. You know, better than me.
and like pick up giant boulders over his head and throw them at people.
How long does it take to attune?
Short rest.
Short rest.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk up to Pyro. Look at him. I'm gonna hang on to this one.
Cool.
Just gonna turn around.
Cool.
Yeah, you get Cone of Cold, Fireball, Globe of Invulnerability, Hold Monster, Levitate, Lightning Bolt, Magic Missile, Ray of Enfeeblement, and Wall of Force are the spells in the thing.
20.
Also, when you hit with a melee attack using the staff, you can expend a charge to do an extra 1d6 force damage. As a
you can do
power
that with-
strike.
The staff of striking is probably better for that.
Force damage.
That too.
So,
Now you just have to make sure that nobody dominates your mind, because they can cause you to be like, Dado, take that staff you're holding and snap it over your knee.
Yeah.
Oh god.
And blow the party up. Like, just boom, everyone's dead.
Roll a strength check. 1.
Roll
is there
a
a way that I
charisma
can-
saving throw to see if there's a party wipe.
Is there a way I can just do a flat +2 to everything in my book right now without having to go back?
On the main page.
4 stats?
Under bonuses and penalties, you could.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we spellcasting 2 save DC.
Saving throws, you're going to get a +2. And AC, you get a +2. And your spell casting, your shit like Firebolt, and that's got a +2.
But your save DC doesn't go up.
Yeah, so just the +2 on the attack roll, saving throw, and AC. Which is not on this page.
And also damage, right?
Does it do extra?
Bum, 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 bum.
So attack rolls.
+2
not the
attack.
damage.
+2
+2
bonus to attack and damage rolls.
Oh wait,
Made with
that
it while
would
holding
be
it.
attack with it.
Or
You-
melee.
You
Is that
just
physical attacks?
Yeah.
physical attacks. You get a +2 bonus to your spell attack rolls, but not the damage.
Okay, that's
So
fine.
you have a +2 to hit on all your spells that you roll for,
Yeah.
but you don't get the extra damage.
Alright, I just do a test right here just to see. Okay, never mind, not that one.
It's almost like you're in win up to.
Because it has a
30.
fucking zillion
Yeah.
fucking numbers that just don't make any sense.
Well, you rolled a 9, I think. Or no, you rolled a 6.
Whatever. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, you rolled
If
a
I
6.
do want to attack with it, a staff is what? A
1d6 or 1d8, I think, if you're two-handing, because I think they get a
Yeah.
versatile stat, don't they?
They do.
Yeah, so 1d8 if you're two-handing it, which you probably would be, because you don't carry anything else.
Yeah. And it's bludgeoning, right?
Yep.
8. Right on at 20. Magic bonus +2. Test. That looks correct. Oh, I need to add +2 to melee attacks and damage rolls.
Wait,
I feel you shouldn't have a +5 to hit.
I want to see if
What
wizards...
do I have a +5 to hit?
Yeah,
I
because
don't know if
your
wizards-
strength is a 9, right? So your strength mod's -1.
Yeah.
But he's got a +4 due to proficiency.
So that would be 3,
Or
and
plus-
then the +2
yeah.
for the magic would be 5 total.
Yeah,
After
that's what it's getting.
Yeah.
20
Oh,
plus 5.
so then you must already have the +2 in there.
Yeah, he did.
The magic bonus, you mean?
Yeah, if you put magic bonus, it should automatically
Oh,
add
okay,
all
so
that.
I'll take that out. There we go.
Well,
Okay, because I already added it to the bonuses and penalties page, so I added
Oh.
it twice.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we're fine now.
Hoo-hoo.
So well, it's +3 +2, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's +4 -1 from your strength, +2 because it's magic.
Once you attune to it.
Yeah. Okay.
Just for shits and giggles, You figure that you probably are safe enough in here right now that you could take a short rest and let Dusty attune to it. You figure it ain't gonna get any safer probably anywhere else, so.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do some healing dice.
So if I break this over my knee and teleport to a random plane of existence, how the fuck do I get back?
It's up to you.
Just have to figure that shit
Yeah,
out.
you're gonna have to probably, depending on where you go, really.
I
I
don't
mean,
even know if it'd
Alright.
work in here.
you
might
need
just end up in
to
the
probably
garbage
just thumb out and hope a spelljammer comes by to pick you up.
Yeah.
Or, you know, hope you have a, or wait until you have like, planar gate. Is it planar gate?
Yeah,
think so.
something. Okay.
Are you playing
Moving on.
music, Wacky?
Oh, yeah. I will if
Eight.
people want me to.
8.
Plane shift, that's the word. I didn't even take damage.
Put this book
Oh, yeah,
away.
great.
So I'll attune to it.
Yeah.
Yep. So you guys are able to short rest unabated. Nothing
Oh,
I can attune to 2 things, right?
seems- three things.
3 things. Okay. Well, I have the
I
helm
could
of
attune to
telepathy.
4.
I have helm of telepathy and now the staff.
And technically the robes.
you're still tuned to them, even though
Yeah.
I mean,
no,
you
no,
can
no.
unattune to them whenever you want, but you
you guys
technically
spend,
would
you
still
actually
be.
have to spend a short
Yeah,
rest to
I'm just
unattune
Oh,
gonna
do you?
stay
Oh,
tuned.
okay. I couldn't remember.
or
I'm-
attune to a third thing, or fourth thing.
Yeah. There's no penalty for still being attuned to the robes. Like, once you attune to something else, you can just knock the robes off the chart. Essentially.
I think. Do I need? So I have this +2 greatsword hanging around in my inventory.
Oh yeah, the one you guys stole from fucking
Vladimir?
from Vladimir Hornguard.
Yeah. And do I have to attune to that?
You sure would.
I don't know if that one had one.
Was it just a plus?
Because I thought it was just a +2.
+2.
God, I'd
Order
have to
of a
get
Silver
curses.
Dragon greatsword. Hilt bears silver dragon wings. Pommel is a silver dragon head clutching an opal in its teeth. Is the only description of it I have.
Are
I
you
have curses
going to
drawn,
attune
actually.
to it?
Yes, and I'm gonna unattune from the Barovia thing, the necklace of raven kind. I think it was.
I attuned to the bow.
I mean, the bow he doesn't use.
Yeah, the holy symbol of raven
Yeah,
kind.
exactly.
You know what? I could attune to an extra thing now. I'm gonna attune to the fucking web dagger just to have that.
Sure.
Why not?
Good old webby dag.
It would have been a lot faster if I got
Never
off
use
my
it.
lazy ass and just picked up the Curse of Strahd book.
I
Instead
have
of,
it.
instead of looking for my PDF, that's fine. I've got it now. It's probably on Hornguard's
Oh,
thing.
I'll attune to my goth necklace
Fabulous Saga.
because everyone else is attuning to things.
Oh, he's under V for Vladimir. Vladimir Hornguard.
well, they're probably in Argynvost Holt.
Wields a +2 greatsword with him. No, it would not need to be attuned to then. It is just
Oh,
a
okay.
it is just a +2 greatsword.
I
So-
will not attune to it.
It is not fancy.
What
It
about
is
that,
just magical and it is just magical and very
Pretty.
very meaningful to Vladimir.
So
Well, that's too bad.
if I drink water,
I'm sure he'll visit again.
if I drink the water breathing potion and I drink the potion of vulnerability, one of those might stick forever. I've got nothing to do this short
That's
rest.
not.
Or you could just get like super poisoned.
Not good.
Poison. I don't like that.
So, your short rest is over. You've done the things you were trying to do. What now?
You can check out the western doors
Yeah, the double doors.
before we go to the Tomb Guardians.
Yeah, let's just make sure this is the actual balcony is the word I'm looking for.
The balcony's to the right.
I'm going to
Yeah,
say
yes, it is.
from the middle of the hall, Wacky is probably able to see the railing of the balcony, sort of off, kind of in this area somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're in the secret section, which is below the font. Below the magic fountain.
Well, you're not in the secret section anymore. You're
Well,
Like-
yeah.
like you
meant,
guys
like-
can see. Well, she can see in the darkness there the
I meant if
actual
we
the
go
balcony
straight
that
up,
like
we
the
would
big
be
main
in-
stair.
we'd
Yeah.
be like near that statue.
Okay. So yeah, okay. Let's check this door.
Open it quietly.
Okay,
I'll go invisible.
Dim the lights.
you
I'll go-
swing
Me going
open.
invisible dims the lights.
You swing open the doors.
Stealthily.
Sure. Get this thing out of my way. So, 10 feet in, 10 feet from the doors, a thick tapestry curtain hangs from wall to wall. Its embroidery shows a scene of merriment. Nobles feasting around a banquet table and a roast boar on a platter, and servants pouring wine.
I know what happens here. Vampires. That's a reference to the Underdark. Do we want to go in?
Oh shit.
Oh, it's a curtain?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Then
Sorry, I'm just writing down all this shit.
walk through water with weapon in hand.
Do you want me to peek behind the curtain? I'm invisible.
It's dark. I don't think you can see.
Oh.
Well, I'm assuming one of you... None of you can see if nobody's got a light out. I'm assuming
Yeah.
at least one of you has a light out, right?
Well, Wacky can see, but Jazz
Wacky
is
can
invisible, dim, making his light non-existent.
Yeah, because I'm invisible.
Okay, then
That's
Wacky,
sweet.
you see a curtain, and everyone else is standing in the pitch dark.
That's why I'm asking. Do you want me to go peek behind the curtain?
You don't know a curtain is there. You know there's a curtain somewhere.
I'm certain sometime Carl's
If-
gonna say, there's a curtain.
Yeah, and I'll describe the contents of the room. I mean, I could do it if you want.
We have a torch, right?
I don't feel
I
great
have
about
But
it,
you
though.
you
Like,
also
you
have
like-
light. You can
Yeah.
cast light on your
I'm gonna-
staff if you want
Yeah.
to.
I'm gonna
Okay,
hand.
I'll cast
I'm gonna
light.
hand Dusty
Yeah,
a
we
torch,
have light.
and then I'm gonna cast light on the torch.
So Dusty, as you're like handing like the torch to Dusty and casting light on it, he just kind of drops it on the ground and then like casts like light on his fancy new staff.
I'm also doing this invisibly, so as soon as I cast light, I blink into existence, and then I blink out.
Yonda. Alright. You go ahead then.
Okay. I'm gonna need light behind me. Because I'm invisible.
That's
kind
Dusty.
of destroys the entire point of you being invisible if light is streaming into the room anyways.
Well.
Oh well.
Is there a gap underneath the curtain, or is it flush with the floor?
Yeah, it seems to basically be kind of sitting on the floor a little bit, almost like the curtain's slightly too long.
Okay. I guess I'll be visible because then I can just see.
Oh, I should have also told you that the outside of the door that you swung open to get in here was carved with leering and laughing skulls.
Oh.
Oh, see,
good.
that would have been nice to know.
You would have opened it anyways.
Yeah.
Would have.
Okay, so I'll just be visible, and so I got my light, and I'll peer behind the curtain.
So you look behind the curtain and you see another curtain about 10 feet further back. And it shows the same scene, but it seems to have descended into depravity. The nobles fight with each other, partake in carnal encounters on the table, and some of them are even sprawled on the floor in puddles of vomit.
Oh, that's lovely.
So, like, this was like the beginning of the party. And this is like
Yeah.
2 a.m. Like,
We're gonna see is the next one probably going to be like the after party?
I'll follow him up to like the.
I'm gonna go with her as well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna him.
Her.
Yeah, it's a him right now.
Yeah, right now.
Okay, We don't need to worry about pronouns. Just use they or them.
I'm gonna follow Mancass. I'm gonna get
Okay.
up behind him,
So you guys just
So-
gonna like move the curtain aside, or you're all just like slipping around it, or?
flipping around it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Dusty, you watch everybody just kind of like behind the curtain.
Yep.
Okay.
Dusty
every
waits
time-
there.
Every time we go to a new curtain, I'm gonna peek before actually going around them so that I can see before my party's subjected to the next horror that's on this next curtain.
Yep. So you peek behind the second curtain. It's gonna be tough for me to do because. So there you go. There's now a second curtain.
Oh no.
So
Much-
you
much
peek
better view.
behind the second curtain and you see a third curtain. And on it, a scene of horror confronts you. Nobles feasting on servants, eating each other alive, and setting fire to the hall. The roast boar is now alive and laughing on its platter.
Okay.
So somebody's
I'm
having a
worried
good
about what's
time.
behind this one.
We're fighting a laughing boar, guys.
Hey.
Be prepared.
The best case scenario, it gets better. There's no way it can get worse.
I don't know about that.
It could
So-
become undead.
I'll start the slip past this curtain to go to
Uh,
so we'll be
Peek around it first.
we'll be at the third curtain, and I'll peek around the third curtain. Is what I meant. We're still technically
Okay.
at the second curtain.
So
We'll
you
follow.
you kind of like pull it aside a bit, poke your head around the corner. You see the end of the hall, like the end of the wall, essentially. I'm also realize that I'm also not probably placing this very well for the people watching. You see the rotting head of a giant boar mounted to the wall behind the final curtain. Fresh blood and gore splatters its tusks and dribbles down the wall beneath it. So, Jez, you kind of look at this thing, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
fuck me.
I'm good at those.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, so you are charmed by the boar's head. So it is now. So Jez, like you feel this unsatiable urge, just
For roast beef.
for roast beef, no roast pork. Really.
Roast beef.
So Jez,
Dad's
you
favorite food.
you guys watch as Jez just kind of disappears behind the curtain. Like he's like
No,
looking,
No.
and he's like, he just goes, doesn't say anything. He just
Describe
goes.
to us what was there.
And Jez, you go and stick your head in the mouth of the boar.
No. We gotta follow her.
And the
Oh,
boar's
oh.
mouth just chunk,
Oh, Jesus.
crunches down on you, and you take 22 slashing damage. And roll initiative.
Oh, fuck.
I got a sturdy head, guys.
That's a pyro initiative.
I rolled a 7 as well.
I don't think this matters, but
I mean, just for the sake of doing it.
it had to be a wisdom saving throw.
Blah 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 blah. Jaws cramped down.
Wait, you would have got Here, you roll a 5. Plus 3 doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't think it'll matter.
Why weren't you there, Miss Brave, Mr. Brave?
You kept rushing ahead. And I can't
Takes
see
damage.
damage.
So, Jazz, roll me another wisdom saving throw after the damage to attempt to come to your senses.
Plus 3.
No.
Wow.
Well, technically,
Oh,
you can't.
no.
I think you have. He has to be able to see you for the plus 3, doesn't he? Because you guys are
An
obscured.
aura.
I can't
Yeah, it's
remember.
an aura.
Oh, look. It won't matter on this roll anyway, so
Yeah.
don't worry about that.
Because technically, you can't see him anymore because the curtain's there. So, Jez, it's your turn. You're perfectly content to just leave your head, just sitting in here. Like you're just having the time of your life. Like this is great.
It's just within 10 feet. It's not a...
Okay.
Not a
You're
sea
going to
effect.
take another 21 points of slashing damage as the boar's jaws kind of clamp down on you again. and this is fine. I mean, this is fine. You're super happy. Give me another wisdom saving throw. And then it is going to be Wacky's turn.
+3.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
you just kind of had this blink of realization as this thing seems to be kind of chewing on your head, like, what am I doing? Like, what?
Taron's freaking out.
So-
Can I- Is it still in there, or can I take
Oh
it
yeah,
out?
no, that's the end of your turn, right?
Okay.
So Wacky.
I freak out and I blast it. I blast the boar mouth.
Well,
Face.
you can't see the board mouth. Or
Well,
did you
then
guys
I'll go.
just
No,
tear the curtain
I shouldn't.
aside to blast it?
Actually, yeah, we wouldn't know what's behind there, so. Yeah, I go after her.
Okay. You run in, or you tear the curtain aside
I tear the
so you
curtain
can blast it. So you tear the curtain aside. Wacky, Pyro, both of you give me wisdom saving throws.
+3s.
Great.
Yeah, so you
Great.
tear the thing
High five.
aside, and you're just like kind of stare at this disgusting boar head. And you see Jez's got like its head and mouth, and just like blood all over Jez's like shirt and neck. And you just kind of wander over, and you just patiently stand beside Jez, like sort of waiting for your turn at the head.
Jesus Christ.
Pyro, you're just like, look at this, you're like, what? What? Dusty, it is your
That was a
turn.
free action.
You hear
I'll
commotion on the other sides of these curtains. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I'll move up one curtain lane. But that's about it.
Okay. The curiosity begins to catch hold on Dusty. And he's like, what's going on in here?
Well, Jafar's, stop
what-
sticking your head in the boar's mouth.
Did you hear something about people sticking their heads in a pig's
Sure.
mouth? You're like, what?
This is how we solve every
What's
puzzle.
this? What? Pyro, it is your turn.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna rip the boar's head open.
It's a pretty big boar head.
I'm feeling pretty strong.
Okay. So you kind of tear at it. Give me 1d4 plus your strength plus your strength score for damage as an improvised sort of weapon attack.
Strength score.
Well, your strength mod.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're
so-
basically doing an improvised weapon attack on the boar head as you're kind of like pulling at it and tugging at it.
Plus.
Well, that wouldn't be your mod. Your mod, because what's your strength? Oh, it would be
It's mod now.
because you're 23
Yeah,
now.
I'm 23 strength right now.
So you do 7 damage to the boar head.
Does it open a little bit?
No, you're just kind of like pulling flesh off of it.
Oh, okay.
Dragonbait and Artis are not here.
Would that be like an attack? Would he get a second one?
No, because he's kind of trying to force it open, and he just
Okay.
ended up just like yanking chunks off of it, as opposed to
My head.
the chunks ripping off sort of resulted in some damage to it. Jez, you decide you probably don't want to keep your head in the thing anymore.
Huh?
You're probably like, what?
Do I get it?
Why
out
did I
before
do
it
that?
Hits me again.
No.
Don't.
You kind of like pull your head out, and you're just like, why am I bleeding?
wait. I do get it out.
Yeah, you know,
before
your head's
it
out,
hits me.
and you have your turn now. You're
I'm
just
gonna-
bleeding profusely, and you don't really understand what's going on.
I'm gonna stick my sword up through its bottom jaw,
Okay,
like grr. Well,
Sure.
Twice.
roll me attacks. Yep.
And
Yep. You start stabbing and hacking at it, and yeah, it still seems to be kind of twitching and moving around as you're kind of stabbing at this boar head.
action surge, because I basically went through an entire section and didn't use a single thing, and now I'm a little bit twitchy. So 11.
Yep. I mean, it's just a head.
Well, get ahead of things.
Yeah, you're just carving chunks off this giant boar head, and pieces of it are falling at the ground at your feet. There's like exposed skull now, and there's like you're just tearing this thing to pieces.
Stay back, everyone.
So you're like, whoa, just get guys, stay out of this thing. It's dangerous. And you see Charon just kind of like nod and stick her head in the thing, and it's just fucking. It's like, okay. And you take 24 points of slashing damage as it just chomps down on your head. Give me another wisdom saving throw.
85 health now.
Yeah. +3. Or
And
whatever.
you kind of realize, like, as it's chewing on your neck, like, what have I done?
I've made too
Dusty,
many risks.
it is your turn.
Please
You hear even more commotion
tell
and
him not to come in
yelling.
here.
I did say stay back. I don't know
So
what
Yeah,
you did.
you heard somebody else stay back from behind the curtains.
I'm in between the first and the second. Can I go in between the second and the third?
The third does not exist anymore.
The third doesn't exist anymore, yeah. I pulled it
Oh,
aside.
okay, fine.
Well, he doesn't know that, though.
You don't
Oh.
know that.
He doesn't
He
know
doesn't
how
know
many
there's
curtains there
third
are. There could be 50 curtains.
That's true.
I'm just gonna kind of yell.
Don't worry, he'll just wait his turn anyways.
What's going on up there?
Don't come in here.
Huh?
Just don't come in here.
I'm waiting for my turn to
Why
reply. I'm next.
There's nothing. It's incoherent
What?
screaming.
Why not?
Is it my turn?
Well, no,
I'm
it's still
gonna shout
technically Dusty's turn.
We're
I'm
getting
gonna be
attacked
like,
by
giant pig head!
we're getting attacked by trophies.
Yeah, they
Bro,
Giant pig head, which Cass and Karan feel like sticking their heads into for whatever reason.
yeah, you
Hey,
don't
let's
get
do
it.
that.
You-
I stopped.
Just stay
you know,
back.
I'm just gonna
we got
not.
this.
I'm just no.
Yeah. Dusty continues to take in the lovely artwork on the somewhat hedonistic and pornographic painting.
Yeah, he's got the good one.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, looks like a good time. Pyro. So you kind of just keep fucking hitting this head, hitting it, and you kind of
Hitting
tear it off the wall, and you kind of keep stabbing it and stabbing it until it's kind of just mush and like crushed pieces of bones. You know, Wacky kind of like puts her head up, and there's like some chunks of boar jaw kind of dangling around her neck like a necklace.
I'm gonna like swipe it off her shoulders and then continue to hit it.
Yep. And it seems to be harmless at this point.
Was there anything behind it?
Don't eat my friends.
I'm probably crying.
You see 3 items lodged between its teeth as you kind of. There seems to be
One
a
of them is
bent
probably
pair of gold spectacles. You find a leather
Oh.
eye patch set with a bloodstone, and you find a platinum hairpin. They all seem to be kind of lodged in what's left of the boar's teeth.
The boar's dead now.
You can come, Dusty. It's fine. We fixed it.
I'm just gonna walk in
We
backwards.
solved the boar puzzle.
I guess I'll pick up things.
Excuse me. What's the last one? Platinum hairpin,
Platinum
eye patch,
hairpin.
and
So the gold spectacles
Alright,
are probably worth
first
about
one,
25
spectacles.
gold. The eye patch with the bloodstone in it's probably worth about 50 gold. The platinum hairpin looks like it's worth about 75 gold. Oh, was there anything else in Kubazan's thing? No. No, there wasn't. I remember there was multiple things, but I took all the
Oh,
things
yeah.
out and replaced them because most of them were kind of stupid. Or replaced them with a staff, with a good ass staff. There's a bunch of archery related things in there originally, which made even less sense.
Would they have worked with a gun?
No.
I don't want to be in here anymore.
Is there anything behind the boar's head?
Nope.
Wall.
Just wall.
Gonna perception check for a secret door.
Sure. Nah, it seems like wall.
Wall brand wall.
Seems like just a place to keep a fancy evil boarhead. A boarhead
Okay.
named the Lord of the Feast.
Lord of the Flies.
Whatever the fuck you, I'm eating you. You don't eat me.
Oh,
I might need help.
yeah. Let's get out of here first, and then I'll deal with that.
The fun part
mean-
is, if this damage reduces a creature to 0 hit points, it is decapitated.
Oh, you
Don't
were
worry.
getting real close.
We can
Eat.
recover from that. With the head of Vecna.
Here, Jez.
So, you guys leave pig room.
No,
Right.
he gets full. So.
Yeah.
I get 16, 24. Is it plus anything?
Should be plus
So-
5.
You guys are back in the
That's
hallway
6.
from whence you came.
Tony, that's the rules. I'm stupid. Army.
Let's do this. Double check.
So that room was useless.
Was it, though?
Doors.
That room told a whole story. And had a
We got a
fun
hairpin.
encounter at the end of it.
We got a hairpin, and the only one of us that could have used it is a guy now with short hair. So
You
I
can still
still-
use
We
it.
can
Guys
use
could
my
use a
card.
hairpin if they wanted to.
I'll still put it in.
Sometimes men like to look pretty, too.
yeah, but we don't have enough
Yeah,
hair.
don't I know that? You didn't cut her hair.
It
No,
shortened.
No, it
No,
didn't.
it didn't.
You said it shortened.
Just like I didn't get taller.
Yeah, you didn't get taller either. It just some bits turned into other
Do
bits,
you,
and then
do you want more healing?
fucking an innie became an outie, and then so that's away we go.
That's gross. I'll just do this because it's
So
enough.
you are back in the hallway. You have a tomb to the north. You have a little secret skull room to the south, and you have tomb guardians with a chain linking them throat to throat, blocking the hallway back to the 3rd floor stairwell.
Okay.
That's really our only way now. So,
So
well, we could avoid them.
I think they're gonna attack us.
Could avoid them.
We
How?
could avoid them by going back through the secret doors,
and then
all the
going
way
to the
back
balcony.
upstairs, and then come back downstairs from the original
Yeah, but-
intended path.
We also didn't want to into more things, and that seems like a long path.
I'm just saying
Guaranteed
it's an
to.
option.
No, you don't think it's not terribly long.
But well, that's Pyro saying that. Jafar is gonna be like, "Let's kill him." He's
Yeah,
fearless and wants to challenge things.
yeah. Let's kill him.
Okay.
Mostly to put their dead bodies to rest. I wonder if this is like some.
Chunks of multiple bodies.
I wonder if this is some boss of AQ 40 level shit, or are we gonna keep them separated?
Guess we will find out. Okay. Which one
So-
are you guys going to?
I'm going top.
I guess I'll keep the bottom one from blanking. So it'd be like Pyro here and me here.
Yep.
I'm gonna want to cast a spell on, let's call it the one on the top.
They're not when we get close. They don't attack us yet.
Nope. As you sort of approach them, they seem to be in guard mode. They seem to be waiting for something to happen, much like the one that you attacked in the little room by the stairwell, by the spiral staircase. That continued to go downwards, I might add, in case you were not, in
Yeah.
case you didn't realize that.
Yeah, we see.
Um,
How tall is this chain? Because it's around their necks.
I mean, how tall is it?
Like
Probably
Like how
slip
high?
under.
6 feet off the ground.
So enough that I could slip under without
Oh, yeah.
having the.
Any of you could duck and crouch underneath of it if you wanted to.
Yeah, but I just don't have to. Stop it. It's
Whatever. Dusty, do you wanna like firebolt one of them?
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually cast a spell and not just Eldritch Blast it.
I'm gonna wait for Dusty's firebolt to go off, and then I'm gonna hit the top one.
Okay.
Let me know if this is possible. Can I, like, move and attack? Like, as this is going off, can I slip under the chain and stab on the other side to leave it open?
If this is it, like, as a surprise round...
I'll just do it after
Yeah.
the combat started. Yeah, I'll just stab him on the closest side.
Yep.
Actually, are we trying to split damage on these?
Well, I want to keep them apart just in case getting them together messes with things.
Fair enough. Okay.
That's my WoW brain talking.
Then
but-
I'll cast a spell on the one at the bottom, because the top one has 2 people on it already.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we could. Well, yeah, whatever. If we're splitting damage.
Okay, so I guess that's our battle plan. Is Artis gonna shoot one?
Sure. I guess they're hanging out in
Actually-
Kubazan's tomb.
Can't shoot because his arrows don't do anything.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dragon Bait could help, but Artist can't.
And
Unless he
Dragon
wants to
Bait
stab
won't.
it.
Dragon Bait won't have enough room until the next turn, anyways.
Yeah. They're gonna hang back and follow your lead.
Yeah. So I guess we should start rolling our stab damage.
Yep. Roll your attacks, and then roll initiative.
Wait.
I'm gonna cast Heat Metal on the one to the south.
Do we just get the
Just
one?
armed armor.
No, we get both of our attacks, don't we?
This is a surprise round, right?
Okay. If it's a round, then yeah, we get both. While
Yeah.
we're surprised. So here's my second.
Oh boy.
It's much better.
Okay, so I shouldn't have asked you guys to roll initiative because now I gotta scroll through all this shit. That's whack. That's Dust. Okay, Dusty's firebolt misses, or clings off their armor.
And it's
Pyro
only
hits
Pyro.
twice.
I don't hit either time.
Jez doesn't hit at all. Which one was Pyro's attacking the northern one?
Mm-hmm.
And heat metal's on the southern one.
He makes his save.
Well,
he still takes the damage, and he can't drop the armor.
Yeah,
drop
he can't
it,
drop
so-
it, so that he
Stop
doesn't
rolling
save.
things. I'm trying to read.
Well, but-
Fucking.
I thought it wouldn't scroll.
Oh
up.
look, the golems get a 70 to their initiative for all that dice rolling. Tomb G's.
OG Tomb G's.
They actually get 17. Artist gets. Hey, Artist gets 10. Dragon Bait gets a 7. We've been doing terrible on initiative. Uh-oh. That was... Uh-oh. My turn order settings is fucking up. Shit. Alright. Oh, there we go. It wouldn't unminimize for some reason. That's weird. I never had to do that before. What was your damage, Wacky? It was 9. And Pyro's was 13 and 13.
26.
I've got to do a bunch of math now. That. That. And heats up. The one at the bottom begins to freak out as its armor begins to burn it. And it can't... It starts to kind of pull and tug at like the hot pieces of armor bolted to its body to no avail. Wacky, it's your turn.
Oh, well, that's fast.
She
I'm gonna
says
use
with
my-
a 25 to her initiative.
Oh, I guess I did roll 19. I'm gonna use my bonus action to keep this up, so... That's the damage. and I'm gonna shoot it.
One of them plinks off the armor harmlessly. The other one hits. And just kind of blasts it in the face, knocking its helmet slightly askew.
Oh, I do good damage to these
I'm-
guys with a spell.
20...
Why do you think my bird loved it? Also, they could drop their weapons and then you could pick them up. It's amazing.
I think that's what we did to Casimir.
Okay. The Tomb Guardians basically kind of turn and sort of impose themselves in the hallway. The chain starts to kind of go slack as they are no longer being, like, pulled. It's no longer being pulled taut between them. 2 attacks from the top one on Pyro. 25 and 18.
18 is a miss.
Alright, so 25 will hit. Where's my d8s?
Yeah, I've got the ring of protection.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are both 19 right now, right?
12. 12 bludgeoning damage.
History.
Jazz are going to be with disadvantage. As it is freaking thrashing about because it is burning alive. That's gonna miss.
Well, as he wildly swings, I'm gonna stab under his arm.
Okay. And you succeed in stabbing under his arm. Do.
And it's his other attack.
His other attack was a 20 versus AC.
That one will hit.
Oh, well.
Yep.
That one won't hit.
Dusty, it is your turn.
Top one.
Yep.
Pew!
So
Cut
Dusty,
them all flailing
Talking
like.
about.
I wish I had damage like that on my Eldritch Blast.
Well, you do, except you roll
I
it
do,
twice.
but I roll like shit. I can have it, but I never do.
You could also take up another level of Warlock and get +2 Charisma on each of them.
I think as a does Helm of Telepathy work as a bonus action?
I think it lets you cast Telepathy, which is an action.
that's
Is
Monster
I don't
Manual.
have it written down anymore.
Okay.
Helm of Telepathy. You can use an action to cast a Detect Thought spell.
Yeah, action. Fuck it. Never mind.
And if you're
Were you going to detect
detecting
their thoughts? I don't
If
think
you're-
they
yeah.
have thoughts.
if you're detecting thoughts, you can use a bonus action to send a telepathic message to them.
Yep.
Yeah, not right now.
So you blast it with fire, and yeah, now both of them are kind of freaking out and thrashing about. Actually, the one is kind of calming down from. He's no longer thrashing from the armor.
Well, it
It was
Did it
heated
again.
up again.
Yeah, but it kind of stops it on its turn. It's the end of its
Oh,
next
right,
turn.
right.
So it kind of it's forgotten about it. It's not very smart.
Well,
the top
I mean,
one is
the fire is still heated.
yeah, but it's not continuing to do ongoing
Oh.
damage.
Yeah.
When it does the fire damage again, then it will
So-
reproc.
It'll be a goth under an overpass.
Jez.
I will slip under the chain,
Yep.
and I'll go for the right arm. Stab.
Sure. Oh, fuck. I forgot these things do way more damage. Oops. I should have rolled a shit ton more damage on you because they're using spiky fists.
And I will-
So yeah, you stab it, and it
I'll
hits.
try to trip him.
Trip is unsuccessful.
I want to fell the mighty beast. I'll just stab him under the arm. Again.
So,
Nope, miss.
yep. So both of them now begin to just like scream in like a bloodthirsty rage.
They can
Rage.
scream.
Yeah, it's kind of more like a as like because they kind of got some vocal cords maybe, but not like all of them. Not all the necessary ones for language, but
Imagine if I cast silence in this area first, it would just be like
But they seem really pissed off at this point. Artis. I think I had his thing out. What can we even do, buddy? He can't really get in there for melee. Fucking Dragon Bait can't even really get in there for melee either.
Well, one of them can
They
get in
can.
beside me.
Oh yeah, because you slipped around. Well, yeah, you're small. I'll give it to you. Technically, you shouldn't be able because they kind of basically like they came out and basically are blocking the hallway for the most part now. But you're
Oh. okay.
small. I'll give it to you. Artists. There's too many of you in the fucking way for him to do anything useful. You're all
That's
in his,
dimension
you're
door.
all in his way. Blah, blah, blah. Comma on the door. He's going to ineffectively fire. That's a miss. That's a miss. So he fires a couple of shots down the hall, and they just kind of plink off the bucket helms.
At least he looks nice while doing it.
Pyro.
Make a wisdom save. Wacky.
Pyro, you fail
Jesus.
on the first attack, but the second attack is a hit.
Oh my god.
You managed to not hit.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising. But
It's all that awesome plate armor they're wearing. Dragon Bait kind of saunters in. One hit.
Sucks that it's dead flesh and not undead flesh.
And he does a little bit of damage. Yeah, he'd be doing a heck of a lot more damage if they were undead.
same.
He'd
Not same.
no, not same. Not even close to same.
No, I meant me, not same.
Oh. Wacky, it is your turn.
I do not have that power anymore.
Shoot it. And bonus action, keep the heat metal up. Another 9.
I'm running out of room in my box. So you plink at it a couple of times,
9 is the average.
and then the heat metal causes it to freak out. That's not what this is. It freaks out. Now both of them are freaking out as they swing. Once on Pyro, that's going to be 21. Both die are the same on my disadvantage. Second attack, 20.
I can
Okay.
cut down one of them. Try to. 20.
Two attacks on Jez. That's going to be a miss. The other one's going to be a 21.
21.
So one on each of you. Pyro, you're going to take 13 bludgeoning damage, plus 8 piercing damage. Jazz, you're going to take 15 bludgeoning damage and 5 piercing damage. As
You
it
guys
boxes
looking okay?
you in the face with his spiked
I'm
gauntlets.
alright.
I'm only down.
And then they stop burning.
Almost
And it's
up
Dusty's
a quarter.
turn.
That was only
Okay.
about a quarter.
Okay.
Apparently saying those magic words actually makes a hit.
Yep, it
Like
hits.
They do it in anime all the time. They have to scream their attacks.
That is true. If you charge up for like the rest of the session, you could do a really big attack. So you launch a firebolt in its face, and the, I guess, northern one, is that the one you're hitting?
We're split
Yes.
pretty well.
I guess you do the one that doesn't have like hot glowing armor.
Yeah.
That seems to just be cooking it from the inside. Yeah, you firebolt it, it starts freaking out. The other one's freaking out. Everybody's freaking out. Jez.
Stab him in the, under the arm again. I don't know why I keep going for the under the arms.
You missed, so you should probably aim for something better.
I
You
will-
go under the arm and it just catches metal.
I'll try to cut his shin because I'm that short. Yeah.
You found an unprotected piece of shin.
Trip, motherfucker.
8.
It probably has a +10.
Beep, beep, beep. What is this plus? That is actually going to trip him. The southern one kind of falls down.
The other one?
Nope.
Oh,
chain.
he's falling down into the chain, so...
Yeah, the chain was not, like, taut anyways because they were both side by side. Seems to be about 15 feet of chain there.
This one will be a bit easier for Dragonbait to hit, though.
Artis tries shooting at the one on the ground. I'm not even shouldn't even bother fucking roll.
Won't he get
Why would you do
disadvantage?
that?
He does. It won't matter because he can't do damage.
Yeah. He's just
At
trying to
least.
look helpful.
He's handsome.
Every
Not very
time,
smart, but
He's-
every time he
waiting.
lets it go, his hair.
He's just
breezes.
thinking in his head is like I could eliminate these things in a heartbeat, but they're all standing in my fucking way all the time. So he just kind of like Dragonbait just kind of glances at him, and he glances at Dragonbait, and like Dragonbait just kind of shrugs, and he shrugs, and they're just like they both share a look of like, yeah, I know. And Pyro.
Hey, we don't know what he can do. So far, it just seems to be shoot arrows.
You hit it,
That wasn't even a crit.
and it screams in
31
pain.
straight crit.
I know.
And the other one also screams in pain. They scream in pain in unison.
Still standing?
Yep, looks
Mine-
really bad.
I
It is
get
still
it.
Hey!
You just
did it.
barely hit it, and it just kind of and it crumples, and blood begins to just kind of spray out of the mouths of both of them, and it collapses, and neither one of them are moving anymore.
I killed mine.
I think I killed them.
No, mine was down on the ground
And
first.
they seem to both be dead.
Ugh. Okay,
I thought
that's
it was-
lovely.
So they like shared life.
I guess so.
I wonder if we take the chain and we clamp it around Acererak's neck, and then around one of ours, we could sacrifice ourselves and kill him.
Can't kill him,
Let's
I'm dead.
Sounds like a great
That was-
idea, Cass.
Was there anything else in the alcoves they were standing
Nope. They seem to be made just for them to stand in.
This
in?
hole was made for me.
So, you guys are now able to sort of continue on to the staircase.
Oh, here's the placky.
And you see a plaque. And you
What's he talking
see
about?
your grand staircase that leads up and down. And from here, you're kind of able to see that at the bottom of the grand staircase on the floor below you, you see, you hear resident mechanical rumblings emanating from a dark shaft opening up in the middle of the chamber's floor. 4 cylindrical stone pedestals surround the shaft, each one 10 feet tall, 5 feet wide, and featuring... You can see like a little tiny slot on the side of each one. You probably wouldn't see the slots, but fuck it. Squatting atop each pedestal is a large 4-armed gargoyle. And you can also see from your vantage point here that the top of each of the giant cylinders that the gargoyles are sitting on, you see that each gargoyle is contained within a square made of metallic tiles embedded in the top of its pedestal. Starting with the northernmost pedestal and going clockwise, the tiles are copper, silver, gold, and platinum. So this gargoyle's sitting on a copper... You know what, let's put you in the middle of the fucking room. So you can actually see the rest of the shit. So you see this one's sitting on copper tiles on top of its thing. This one's sitting on top of silver. This one's sitting on top of gold. And this one's sitting on top of platinum. And there's a big shaft that goes... Big dark hole down the middle. And that is on the floor below you.
And there's a skull.
And there's a skull that you should ignore.
Well, that one I think is part of the map. Although it's giant.
No, it's another yellow haloed skull, like the other ones I've told you to ignore. that just
Why is it on this map?
because that is a blurry version of the map from the floor below.
So they literally just copied and pasted it.
Yeah, they copied and pasted it, and because the skulls are located on this version of the map, skulls there too.
Yeah. Okay. We should just go to the north.
So
I don't want to.
you
we
guys
gotta
head.
go all the way around anyways.
Yeah. Well, this
I meant-
this is the stairs that go back
Go
up
up.
to the second floor,
Yeah.
and then the stairs down are down here. You see a passageway that leads to the south, and you see a passageway that leads to the north.
Yeah.
North.
Oh my god!
But
I'm losing my fucking mind. There's so many fucking passageway all the time.
What?
so many directions.
Christ.
It's
No
almost
one,
like it's
no one said it was gonna
dungeon.
be easy.
So
what's up here? Another skull with flames in its eyes.
no, sort of, kind of. I'm stalling because I've moved my map and I can't see my number anymore. You see a huge carving of a snarling jackal's head protruding from the wall at the end of this corridor. A chamber is visible through the gaps between its fangs.
Don't put your heads in this, you guys.
Well,
I
the
won't
gaps between its fangs only seem to be like a couple of inches wide, so it'd be
I
real
won't
tough
put
to
my
get your
head
head
in
in
there. I guess I'll be the one to go look.
Maybe
And
you
see the
should be
chamber
one to
behind.
look, because
What?
you're not great at perception.
No, but I still can try. I can still
gonna go
pretend
look.
I'm useful in this party.
I'm gonna go look.
I already said I was going.
So, Jez peers
We
into
can all
the
look.
jackal face. There's not really only room for like one of you guys to look at the time. So Jez tells you that he sees 4 torches illuminating stone sphinxes crouched in the corners of a 15-foot-high room. The torches cast flickering light across hieroglyphs carved into the tiled floor. At the center of the room is a gold inlaid funeral barge standing atop a 3-foot-tall stone dais. Resting on the deck of the barge is a small golden sarcophagus decorated with horned rabbits. A dark shaft opens in the ceiling directly above the barge.
That's where we were.
Yeah, that's the other place. But that could also be a trap. There could be something that eviscerates you in there.
So, you know what? I'm gonna do
But
this.
doesn't Legion value recklessness? Wouldn't he have wanted you to jump down the hole?
So,
Well, which I'm assuming that guy did.
Jez kind of looks back at you guys and kind of reiterates like what he sees. And when you kind of look back through, you see a slab of wall on the eastern wall of the room slowly grind upwards, and a dwarf wearing a turban and chainmail creeps into the tomb. He brandishes a shield in front of him as he treads cautiously across the floor.
Is this open? Like, can I?
Well, it's like a little 2-inch hole in the teeth that you're kind of looking through.
It isn't
Um,
one of the tomb dwarfs, is it?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
No, it looks like a
tomb
dwarf.
or just a regular dwarf.
I'm gonna ask. Can the Starfallen see?
You would have to like hold her up to the thing.
Yeah, I'll
Or
hold her
like-
up and say, "Is that one of your party?"
She says, yes, that's Bravis Boulderborn. He was a member of the company of the Yellow Banner. And you hear her, like, kind of, like, calling out, Bravis, into, like,
Yeah,
the chamber.
Yell at Bravis
And-
as well.
Yeah, the dwarf just
He's
seems to
gonna
be
die.
ignoring you. Like, you yell at him, and he doesn't seem to, you don't know if he doesn't hear you, or if he just doesn't care. But, watching, you hear a loud click as the dwarf steps onto one of the floor tiles, and then a deafening buzzing sound rises as locusts pour out of the mouths of the Sphinx statues, quickly engulfing him. He tries to fight them off to no avail. When the cloud of insects vanishes, nothing of the dwarf remains except its bones and his gear.
Oh, sorry.
Starfallen's having
Oh.
a
He stepped on it.
Starfallen's
No,
having
I
a
mean,
bad
sorry.
time.
Yeah,
Starfall.
you just hear just inconsolable weeping from the little lantern as you just watch like her companion be devoured by insects.
We tried everything we could.
I kind of feel like this didn't happen right now because weren't these people in the tomb a
They were-
long time ago?
Not that long. There was the goat body.
Can we
It
at
was
least
not
tell which
bones.
tile he stepped on?
So you, yeah, Jez kind of. Are you gonna continue like holding the thing up there, like?
You probably
No,
want
Keep
to.
looking.
I would
Watch your friend die.
I'd probably shield as soon as it starts to go
So it's
bad.
like, oh no,
Yeah.
he's fine. No, he's fine. Trust me, he's
He
fine.
just did a backflip.
Yeah. So yeah, you kind of like put the thing back away, or like back or down out of view of the thing. When you look back, you see that the dwarf is gone, and you watch as a stone on the eastern wall slides up, and a dwarf in a turban emerges and starts like creeping across the
Told you.
room.
Oh Jesus!
It's just replaying his death.
And as
Yeah.
you watch,
God.
it goes
I
and
will
steps on a
Stop
tile.
watching because I know what happens.
It goes and steps on one of the tiles, and
Is it the same one?
yep, and it steps on a tile. Locusts show up and eat them.
Okay, when
And
you
it
go
just-
in there, don't step on that.
Don't
tile.
step on that one. Oh goodness.
Oh, they're hieroglyphs. Are any of them vultures?
Yes.
Well, then I think we know what the.
You
First one
think that the one he stepped on is sort of foot shape.
Okay. Don't step on feet.
That's just common courtesy.
Yeah. So I'll relay that it's replaying a dwarf dying.
Actually, I can do this.
But there seems to be a passage in there
I might as well.
on the east. Hieroglyphic floor. Oh, the vulture is the first.
So kind of, you're able to kind of like look around and get see kind of what most of the hieroglyphs look like.
Yeah. Okay. That'll be useful when we get there, but I don't know past Vulture where to go. But we know there's a passage into it from west as well. Or sorry, the east.
Yeah.
So I'll relay that it's just playing through. There's another passage from the east. We need to go down.
Go that way then.
We need to go in this one.
Oh, I'll put this back in the middle.
Or there's a secret door on this wall somewhere.
I mean, there could
Or a
be,
door.
but I feel like the tombs aren't behind secret walls.
What?
Never mind.
What-
The first one
what-
was.
Yes.
Every other one's been on the path. That one doesn't count.
That one doesn't count. Let's, I mean, unless we want to burn one of our
Our only.
one of secret, yeah, our only one of secrets right now. Or we could check out down here and come back if there's no way.
Well, let's check in the middle. Right here. I'm drawing. I don't want to be drawing. I'm gonna check that one particular spot.
Yep. Go for it. Spot
is
where
gonna be my
spot in
critical
between the big
roll.
chunks of mold.
Nope. It's reversed.
Yeah, doesn't seem to be. No secret door that you're aware of.
I'm not the secret door person.
I say we head south. If we don't find
You
a way,
used to
we
be.
can
You
come
used to
back
have
and check.
advantage on perception checks.
Yeah, but that still normally would not help me.
We talk about you would have had a crit.
Well, that bird is never getting into me again.
That is true.
Let's go to the south and see if there's a path that curls to the. Yep, see it goes to the right.
So you find that the path. We'll say you guys check out the hall. You find a long hallway that seems to continue on to the east and also to the west.
There were little tiny.
It doesn't seem to go very far to the west, but there is a crawlway, just sort of down on the floor, like a little vent, like a little stone ventilation shaft.
I have a
That goes
need.
to the cylindrical area that we were in, looking through the window.
It's
Yeah, I guess that
roughly
would.
there.
Yeah, so let's not go that way.
Let's
Or we
go
could just peek and
to
confirm.
the west. You can peek. I'm going to the west.
Okay, let's go to the west.
You mean the east?
The
East.
east.
The east.
Yeah, so the west is about 2 panels.
So you continue stepping your way through the mold every
Water.
once in a while. Like this one seems to have a lot of
Water,
it
you
clogged in,
say?
and they seem to like poof at you as you kind of disturb it. As you continue on, you get to
Waterworld.
Waterworld.
you get yourself to a.
We're still missing right the gods.
So you find still puddles of water cover the floor of this 15-foot wide hallway. The walls are slick with moisture and set with murals showing animal-headed humanoids in armor, most of which appear to brandish real weapons. Hanging on the walls, or brandish real weapons hanging on the walls, a 3-foot-high crawlway is in the east wall is flush with the floor, and at the far end of the hall, a rippling, transparent curtain of water fills a stone archway. Beyond the curtain, you see another hallway that looks similar to the one in which you stand.
Okay.
Walk through water with weapon in hand.
Yeah.
Like
What
your
weapons?
shadow.
What's on the wall? The things that are brandishing the weapons. What weapons are they?
You see stork-headed males with hand axes. And you see that the crawlway in the bottom corner is between the legs of like one of these stork people. You see a lizard-headed female with maces, females with maces, panther-headed males with blowguns, unarmed hawk-headed females, goat-headed males with sickles, and frog-headed females with tridents. That is from south to north.
And what's this thing in the middle?
What, this thing? This thing?
Yeah.
This nondescript button-looking thing?
Yeah. That thing.
It is a hidden alcove that you can't see. So
Thanks,
you see an alcove with a plinth bearing a crystal eyeball, 1 inch in diameter. It is a pale purple crystal eyeball sitting in an alcove that is not hidden. In fact, that it is in plain view because I didn't put a thing there to block it. You very clearly see it that's sitting there.
They didn't even try. Like the wall
They didn't
ends
even
and
try.
No, I
everything.
know. So yeah, you see
There's
a
just,
little,
like, a
you
little
see
like wet floor sign right next to it. There's like see some hinges that just
Door won't
used to hold
close.
the door.
It's-
And it's
yeah,
no
you see
longer
this
there.
beautiful secret door that's like blends in perfectly to the moisture-ridden walls, but one of the hinges is broken, so it's just kind of leaning half open.
Yeah, it's just kind of like.
Do we want this crystal eye?
It's about 1 inch in diameter, and it is a purple crystal eyeball.
I can find out if it's magic.
Yeah, you should find out
Yeah,
if it's magic before you
probably.
touch it.
You get on that.
Jafar's just like,
You're
No,
gonna take
no, don't do it. Don't do it.
you're gonna take time to
No.
see if it's magic, or you're gonna burn a level 1 spell slot.
Yeah.
He's got money to burn now.
Yeah.
I think
Burn
it's magical.
Burn that slot.
You cast detect magic. A lot of shit around this room probably lights up. The curtain of water that looks kind of like a mirror that you see another room through. That thing glows all magically.
Evocation, it's burning. Burning water.
Oh, the crystal eye is not magical.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
Perfect.
Then it's safe to pick up.
Color me shocked.
I'm just like,
You see.
Do not pick it up.
Oh. Uh,
Yeah, you see conjuration magic on an aura of conjuration magic on the curtain.
Okay. I want to see if there's any sort of mechanism, like, on the pedestal that relates to picking up the eyeball.
Like some Indiana Jones level shit.
Sure. Not that you're aware of.
Okay.
Can I pick it up now? No, I don't want to.
Sure you do.
Yeah, but you're brave.
Yeah, you're super brave.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I. What if I just don't want it anymore?
What are you talking about? This thing looks.
See, I'm
it's like a pretty
probably
jewel.
telling you not to. So take that as you will.
Yeah, but she's always telling you not to do things.
Yep, I sure am.
You're not. You are definitely not afraid to take great risks, Pyro.
While they're
not
all
anymore.
crowded around it, looking at it, it's like, should I pick it up? Do I pick it up? What up? Should I pick it up? I'm just gonna reach in between them and pick it up.
Yep. You now have a purple crystal eyeball.
Ah, why'd you touch it?
I wanted it.
Because that's why.
I mean, we're not dead yet, so I guess that's fine.
Purple crystal eyeball. I'll write that down. We should probably check the other thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and look through the this alcove. What do I see?
The little tunnel
The-
thing.
The tunnel. Yeah.
You see that it continues on for about 30 feet or so, and then turns to the south.
South.
That might not be the right way then.
That's not gonna be the way now, because we have to head north.
Yeah. Okay. So let's figure. Walk through water with weapon in hand.
Did any of the weapons light up? Did anything else light up when the detect magic went off?
No, the weapons didn't seem to at all.
Just the
Just the curtain of water.
Then what?
Walk through water with weapon in hand.
I'm sure we
So-
need one of these weapons.
Can
My
you
guess
describe
is-
what they were doing again? The
So
I think they're-
They
from
weren't doing anything. They were just
from
walking on.
south to north, the weapons in here, like from south to north, you see stork-headed males with hand axes, lizard-headed females with maces, panther-headed males with blowguns, unarmed hawk-headed females, goat-headed males with sickles, and frog-headed females with tridents.
So I don't want to metagame this, but tridents are the only things out of that list that you can use underwater.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I
and
was
they're-
thinking.
I was gonna say
It's
like
not really
frogs.
metagamey.
They're
It kind
also
of is.
frogs. They're the only
Not
ones that
really.
actually go in water.
Do you guys want to know
Yeah.
what they are with in the other side?
Can we
From-
see? I thought it was. too
Well, you
much
can
water.
see. Well, you can. The curtain of water is kind of like a mirror. It's like
Okay.
you're looking in a mirror, except
Oh,
none of you are being reflected. But
Okay,
it looks
yeah.
like the room is being
So
reflected.
what's
Oh,
what's
okay, what's on the other side?
So from
Yeah.
south to north, you see frog-headed females with tridents, goat-headed males with sickles, unarmed hawk-headed females, panther-headed males with blowguns, lizard-headed females with maces, and stork-headed males with hand axes.
So the exact same in reverse.
Reversed.
And you also see a crawl space between one of the stork-headed people's
Just like
legs,
in
just
this one.
in a mirror image of the room you're in now. Sickles.
Is there also a secret hinge door?
You
panel
do
thing
also
on
see
this?
another. You see another alcove with a where you pulled the crystal eye out of.
Okay.
I will grab a trident.
How
Um,
many are there?
4. 4
Are
each.
there multiple?
6 on the west, 6 on the east.
Oh, 6? I thought you said 4. Maybe I'm just
There's
thinking.
12
of-
painted figures lining each hall.
Well, there's 6
Oh,
of us.
no, I meant-
Six,
how many
six on the
of
west,
the
6 on the
weapons?
east. So there would be two tridents.
Oh.
One on the western wall and one on the eastern wall.
Well, first.
There is no eastern hawk-headed female because there's an alcove there instead.
Dude, because it's conjuration. I'm assuming Dusty would tell us it's conjuration.
Yes.
I think we should probably not all be here. Because conjuration's usually conjuring things. You know?
Well said. Well said.
So,
Something like a tidal wave, perhaps.
yeah. Or,
Yeah.
or like, it might summon water elementals.
Water.
Just in case, though, maybe what you should do is go through when we're around the corner. Mr. Brave,
Okay.
Paladin,
Okay. Give me light.
and then bring back the tridents.
Okay.
Because we're gonna have to, like,
Yeah, more of us will have to go through.
we're gonna have to, like, chicken seed fox this puzzle.
Yeah.
Come on,
Okay.
you know that puzzle where you have to get across with chicken feed,
Oh.
a chicken,
yeah.
and a fox,
Okay.
and you got to keep going back.
I know
and
it
forth.
as a lion, goat, and hay.
Doesn't matter. Take the trident. Let's go.
So-
I grab the trident and I ask for light on my shield or something.
Well, yeah, I will give him light on his shield.
And we should
Yep.
go around the corner.
So I'll tell him to just go to the other side, and if he makes it, grab the trident and come back. Grab another. Well, you could probably grab both.
Yeah, I can. Like, the shield's on my arm. I grab things with it.
Okay. So
I didn't
Cool.
cut my palm.
All
But
right.
you also don't have to grab it. You could just like carry it
Yeah.
like a bundle.
do we want to like? Yeah, I guess we'll just go around the corner. That place doesn't look damp, right? Around the corner.
Not particularly. It looks pretty moldy.
Yeah, well, that's mold everywhere. Probably from this room. So yeah, we'll hide, and we'll see what happens as he bathes in liquid fire.
Yep.
I grab the trident.
Yep.
And I waltz on through.
Nothing happens. You get wet. You walk through about a foot thick curtain of water and emerge on the other side.
When I'm big, I'm gonna grab the other 2 tridents.
Why didn't you just hold your breath?
I'm shaking the water off of my head
Oh.
and my beard.
I thought
Why
you,
would you do that if you're gonna go
Do
right
it
back
again.
through?
I'll do it again when I get there.
I thought you
Now
were
I
just
have water in
blowing.
my eyes. I'm trying to
I
shake
thought you
it
were just
out.
blowing water out while you were going through it.
Yep. So you grab the 2 other tridents
I'm
and
gonna
walk back
look.
through.
Not
And
yet. I'm gonna look at this
alcove.
one. Yeah, and see if there's anything in there.
There is a bright green crystal eyeball, about an inch in diameter, sitting on a plinth. Very similar designed plinth to the one that you found the other eyeball in. Almost like a mirror image of it.
But
Crazy.
purple's not the mirror image of green.
Sure it
I'm gonna
is.
grab it,
Yep, you have a green eyeball.
This one was trapped.
and then I'm gonna pocket it, and then I'm gonna walk through.
Yep, you get wet. Now you're back on the other side.
And I hold out. I'm like, I'm fine.
Okay, I'll peer around the corner. Okay.
I'm wet.
So
I'm fine. I have 3 tridents on me.
So, what we gotta do is we gotta send. We can send 4 people through.
Well, is your plan to just send people with tridents back and forth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, you can do that.
And then on the other side, they will take 2 tridents back to give to
Yeah.
the other people.
Yeah.
So you ferry tridents back and forth. Artis and Dragonbait just kind of look confused at you. But you guys are all through the water curtain. You're all wet and confused.
Obviously, my familiar will be in its pocket playing for that.
So
'Cause it
You
could not
find-
carry a trident.
there is a crawl space like I mentioned, just like there was in the lower section. And there's also a passageway on the western wall, like a hallway that seems to go and then north.
We should probably deal with crawl spaces after. But
I agree.
once we're out of normal walking options, let's go to the westernly north.
It seems to lead. You find yourself in a hallway that continues.
Northern and western.
Do I have a nice description for you of this hallway? I'm sure I do.
I bet it's
The
filled
corridor
with mold.
at the end turns sharply to the left. At the corner, just before the turn, you see a peephole carved into the stone wall at a height of about 6 feet. You also see, about halfway up the hallway, a door on the eastern wall that leads into something.
Yeah.
That leads into whatever a door would lead to.
Do you want to check out the room? I want to go to the north.
Yeah, I know you want to go to the north.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
let's
so
just,
mad. I'm gonna get stuck with Moa.
Let's just go to the north.
yeah.
This out later.
Check.
Do we want to peek into the hole?
Check in the peephole. Although
Yeah.
it looks like it peeps straight into here.
So who wants to try looking in the peephole? You need somebody that can look into a peephole at 6 feet high. So probably
I'm
not
fine.
Jez.
I guess
I'm
that would
the only
be
person
me.
who can do it.
Wacky.
I could
Lucky
do it
kid.
as
Oh, okay.
well.
Anyone can do it if Dusty just casts levitate on them.
I'll do it. I've got dark vision as well.
Okay. Wacky does it.
Wow. You guys are
Your
letting
skeleton
Dusty do
fingers.
anything.
Poke your
They don't
eyes
trust you to do anything, Dusty. How does that make you
out. We
feel?
trust him to look for secret doors.
Secret doors.
Secret doors that you already found. So, peephole. Peering through, you see that is about a 5-foot long tube cut through the solid rock wall with magnifying lenses set throughout the tube. It gives you a clear view of some kind of gold medallion. Like, it seems to be focusing on this. Like, you basically look through and all you see is, like, this gold medallion.
While she's peering through, I want to walk around to the other side and just like wave my hand in front of the
Don't
other
scare
side of
her.
the hole.
Don't scare him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you
Just gonna
all of a
get
sudden, like, the thing just, like, something just basically tries to, like, jump out at you from the peephole.
Yeah, he probably falls back.
Yeah, you stumble back and almost crack your head on the stone behind you. You basically end up sitting in a thing of spores.
Great.
And they all just kind of go off, and you're now just coated head to toe in the spores from this purple mold
You're
that
the
you
purple
still have
man.
yet to identify.
You
While
should
you were
color.
looking at it, though, you did see that it was a little gold medallion, and it had some kind of weird cover on it, and you could see a hieroglyph symbol in the like on the medallion, like while you were looking at it.
I'm gonna stand up. And
Yep.
I'm gonna go back and look at it.
For the pyro going around, you see that the corridor ends at a block of stone on which is painted a 7-foot-tall jackal-headed humanoid with a circular gold medallion around its neck. All around the figure are carvings of locusts.
I'll come back out, tell them that.
Yeah, looking at it, you see that this, like, you know, looking at the medallion, you see that it is a 6-inch diameter gold disc engraved with the face of a horned devil with its mouth agape. And you can kind of see that there's, you know, some stuff kind of going on inside the mouth, and like some stuff inside, but it looks really small and intricate and kind of tough to really see unless you really stuck your face in there.
Well, there's some way to open. There's some way to open it.
Well, there's also a tunnel up here.
Yeah, but we've seen him go through this.
Yeah.
giant
You also see a little crawlway on the floor that seems to, peering in it, it seems to go north for like a few feet and then immediately turn to like the east.
It could be that way too.
Well,
But yeah,
no. I suppose I'm the only one that actually seen it. He went through this giant stone block. Like it lifted up.
I'm gonna look up. Is there a space for it to just like float?
No, but it could go into the ceiling.
Yeah, it would just retract into the
It's not
thing.
not like it.
They go up or down. I don't remember.
I
Don't
thought you
say
said it went
up.
into the ceiling.
Sure. I don't remember specifically what it did.
Um,
Some in this tomb go up, some go down.
Come help me look for some secret thing. Dusty's real good at it.
Where are you
I'm
guys
not.
looking for secret things?
I'm gonna pick Karan
guess-
out of the purple stuff. Be
Well-
like, "You
Well, I already
okay?"
would have gotten out of it.
He got out of it and
Yeah, I'm fine.
started looking
But-
through the hole again.
I'm always
Where were you? Where were you in Dust? Where did you want Dusty to help you look, Jez?
I don't know, just on this stone platform itself, like on the devil face.
The slab thing,
Yeah, and all the carving.
the thing that you're convinced is a door.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. You can roll a perception check if you want Dusty to help you. He could also roll a perception check.
I do want Dusty to help me. 'Cause he's much better at it than me, which is...
Oh, ouch.
Well,
Ouch.
There is nothing.
so Jez is like looking at like a different wall entirely. Like convinced that there must be like some kind of button along this wall. And Dusty, you're able to tell that one of the locusts, one of the carvings of a locust, is actually a button. You're like looking at all the little carvings, then one of them's kind of protruding out a little bit. And you're like, that looks like a button.
So what did you see through the peephole?
It was hard to tell. The double face and there's something inside the mouth, but
Through the
Quite see
people, you just see gold disc, essentially.
Okay.
You can see what's inside the devil mouth, can't you?
barely. But
Can we see?
No,
From
that was
next-
barely when I was in its face. That was like through the people. I think you'd see it better.
Oh, I thought the peephole was like a spyglass or something.
It is a spyglass, and it's looking directly at the
The disc.
The
disc.
oh, okay. Well, is there anything now?
I guess we'll
You're
all
back
move out of
to
the
it?
way so that you can see.
Yeah, you see
Yeah.
one hieroglyph, a vulture, visible through the hole that forms the devil's gaping mouth.
Okay, then we need someone out here.
I
Still
can do
no,
it.
Walter is the first step.
Yeah.
Is attached to stone wall.
It'll probably change once you step on it.
I'm going to summon my familiar out here. And whenever its hand is up, I'm listening for the next thing to step on. Okay.
Oh, the stone block does sink into the floor. Oh.
Oh. I didn't know which way it went.
Like when you were looking into the jackal room, Jess, did the now go down and then come back up after the dwarf came into the room, or
I assume, did it? Or did it just stay down?
Stone block. I believe it did.
Stay down, or?
it did?
No, it went back up after a second.
Okay.
It would have to, because the medallion is attached to the stone block. That's what I was actually trying to figure out, reiterate for myself.
Okay. And Dusty
So-
found the secret way to open it.
Clear
Well, I
the
found
gold
a
medallion. In addition,
Do we want to push the button? I
Oh.
think it's...
Yeah, sure. Yes, it would go back up after 30 seconds or so. You do remember seeing that when the dwarf went in. and it sinks into the floor, and so it needs to be closed to be able to see the gold medallion.
Mm-hmm. So I will tell Dusty to step back in case the button explodes. Everything explodes in my head.
Dusty has the telepathy. He doesn't need to see anyone to use it, right?
Oh,
Or
it's
does he need the
Well-
range thing, right?
I got my familiar out here. I can just keep listening to you guys.
How will you talk to us?
My sprite can talk.
Okay.
It does
You
know.
Are
This
you-
does know 3 languages more than me.
can carry
Or it's me
messages. All right.
This worries me. Everything worries me. Don't listen to me.
And
All
be
right, let's
like,
go.
okay, Dusty, do you want to be the one relaying whatever's on the medallion if it changes? Because Charon doesn't look like.
because she's a
What?
coward.
Yeah.
What? No, I'm still gonna be standing there. I'm not. I'm worried about Jez going into the room by himself.
That'll be fine. As long as I don't step on the wrong tile.
I found the button.
Feet
I want to
tile.
hit the button.
Hit the button, Dusty.
Hit the button.
I hit the button.
Okay, the stone.
I could keep relaying it.
The
it's fine.
stone descends into the floor, and revealing the tomb beyond.
Okay. I will wait for the thing to go up.
Well, you would have to. You'd have to also step into the
Oh.
thing so the thing could go up.
Vulture is the first step, and the first thing is the vulture, right?
Hieroglyphic floor.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. The first step is the vulture anyway, so I'll step on the vulture.
I can't zoom in on this without.
Yeah.
That's
If I zoom in on it, damn. Like if I full size it, it doesn't.
you can
show up
drag
on
it
the
to
stream.
drag it to the field.
Yeah, but then that still wouldn't work because it's
Oh, all the darkness.
the line of sight shit. So, Jez steps into the room, onto the vulture tile. The thing raises back up behind him. When it does, Wacky, you are able to see that it has changed to. Oh, fuck. Where's the sequence?
Is it the boiled egg cup holder thing?
I will,
You see what looks like a picture of a serpent. And you also find that you are able to telepathically communicate with Jez
Oh.
in the other room
Oh, convenient.
as
Oh,
you
that's
are
useful.
looking through the spyglass.
It's a serpent. Step
so
on the
as
serpent next.
soon as I send my vision and my hearing to my familiar, I hear it in
In your
echo.
head.
Yep.
One in my head, one in the sprite's head.
Yep.
Oh, okay. And I'll just stop and I'll go to the serpent. Can I talk back?
Yep.
Did I loot the dwarf? No, I shouldn't loot the dwarf.
No, absolutely
Oh,
not.
no.
Do not touch
Yeah.
that dwarf. Don't even get
Don't
near
touch.
that tile.
Sorry, Starfawn.
Is the
Listen.
dwarf even still there, or is the
It's
Is it like,
it's like
bone
Yeah,
dwarf.
you see the basically a dwarf skeleton clad in whatever he was wearing. Looks some of this like the turban and that looks a little chewed but his gear's all still sitting there in a pile. Almost like he was eaten alive by locusts. Strange.
I mean,
yes,
So
you are gonna grab that chainmail on your way back?
No,
you
he's
have
not.
chainmail, don't
No,
you?
he's not.
Damn,
Oh,
it's
you need-
chainmail.
No, he's not. He's not
It's
going to
also-
be touching that thing.
dwarven chainmail.
It's still chainmail. It'll fit.
Guys, if you touch that, I will kill you myself when you get back out here.
You
I
don't
say
know.
this in her head.
You don't know.
you do see that he has. You can looking at him, you see that his turban it's kind of in tatters, but there's a really fancy gemstone that was the centerpiece of it. You notice that he had a shield. You also see a pouch that kind of is like spilling onto the ground from when he died, like with a bunch of gold kind of spilling out of it, and you can kind of looking at it, you see the glints of like a really large diamond in there.
Now, I bet Huron wants it.
Resurrection doesn't work. It doesn't matter right now.
You also think
Yeah, but it's also a
you
diamond.
catch the glint
I have
of
two
some other
diamonds.
kind of gemstone. It looks like a 1-inch diameter sphere. It almost looks like an eyeball or something like that. I don't know, it's kind of weird.
Oh, okay.
It's like almost like a dark blue crystal eyeball.
I don't think I can take the chainmail because that's probably gonna disturb
There is
that
no
tile.
chainmail.
Oh, that's gone.
What?
There was never
Oh, no,
chainmail to
too
begin
bad.
with.
I thought you said he's clad in chainmail.
I don't remember saying that.
Yes, you did when he
No.
was.
Then
you
the
said
chainmail. Then the chainmail's
chainmail.
gone.
Chainmail.
It's not listed under treasure, so the chainmail was eaten.
Chainmail is ripped to shreds like yours. Okay. After the
Careful.
snake.
So you could always just
I guess-
mage hand the stuff too.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was just gonna mage hand the valuables into my pocket.
So after the serpent,
Legit
the
sad.
thing changes
Chainmail.
again in the little spyglass to a door.
Then I will relay that.
Then I will step to the one. Well, I don't really have much choice. This door. No,
Okay.
I can't blink it because it's
Nope.
Yeah.
the one to the
So-
lower left.
Yep. So you step on the door, and then the dial clicks over to a picture of a reed.
Okay. Read next.
That's the thing with 3 sprouts.
You would assume so.
I will step to the lower left again.
Then it is a scarab.
Yeah, I'll just keep relaying this.
Two scarabs.
Yeah. I will step on the upper scarab.
Yep. After that is a scepter.
Scepter.
I will
Probably
step
the
on the
one.
scepter.
Which
Yeah.
one?
Which one?
Oh.
Back the way you
Oh.
came, or the lower one?
Well, you've already stepped on the vulture and the snake. Assuming we can't repeat them. Well, then again.
Well, if you stepped on the
actually,
on
yeah.
the lower scarab, the only one you'd be able to reasonably make is the lower one.
Well,
I think.
I should step on the upper one
Yeah,
because
step on the upper
Go,
one.
go upper.
actually it won't matter. They have the same
No, they
main
don't.
ones.
No, they
Like
don't.
it doesn't have the
Egg
coiled
one.
egg
Yeah.
holder.
Yeah, I'll step on the upper right
Yeah.
scepter.
Okay. They
Well,
both
the
have egg.
lower left one, I can get to the foot either way. I just can't get to the egg if I go to the one in the lower
Okay.
without jumping.
So you step on the scepter, and it turns to a foot.
Oh,
Boy.
so it wouldn't matter. I will step straight ahead. The foot.
Yep.
The Foot Clan.
And then it
Awesome.
clicks over to a picture of an urn.
Oh, is that the egg?
That's the egg.
The boiled egg holder.
Which urn?
The one closest to
I
the
will go to the
sarcophagus,
closest
probably.
one. Yeah, I'll go up
Yep.
as I dodge the prow of this ship.
So, as you step on the final tile in the sequence, the following things all happen at once. Ejin's sarcophagus pops open. You see a stone block, the stone block sinks into the floor, opening a passage to the east. And that's actually it. The rest of the stuff is stuff for me.
Are the tiles still depressed?
They didn't actually, depress. He just
Oh,
stepped
okay.
on them, and then you
Yeah.
saw the thing click over.
Then I
Be
will
like, don't step into the room. Just
Okay.
I will step into the dais. Onto the dais.
Okay.
And peer into the sarcophagus.
Golden sarcophagus. You figure, even just looking at the sarcophagus, that if you took this thing, it's not very big.
Yeah, but I'm also
It's probably about 75 pounds. You think it'd be worth 7,500 gold. It is a nice
Jesus.
sarcophagus.
my Ejin.
You'll
My
have to
girl,
drag that thing
That's
around,
all the bad
though.
shit if you
my
try
girl
to...
Ejin
to-
rides in
da,
style.
da, da. So, inside, you see the fragile bones of a large rabbit-like creature All of them kind of just rotten and decayed, except for the horn. You see like a pristine spiral horn also sitting with the bones.
I'm like, grab the horn.
And no magic item.
Nope, just seems to be bones and then this beautiful spiral horn.
I'll touch the horn. Roll my fucking coin. Flip my coin.
So, before you roll your thing, just pick whether you want, like, odds to be Asian or evens to be whoever the... was it Papa Zodal that's got you right now?
No, it's Moa.
Oh, that's right, it's Moa.
I will go even
For who?
Or Ejin.
for Ejin.
Yep. So roll a D whatever.
More random because it's a bigger number.
Yay!
My boy.
Hey!
So, streamers of light emanate from the tip of the horn. As they swirl around you, they form into a spectral rabbit with a single horn on its brow. A female voice whispers, "Quick, quick, let me in. We must stop Acererak."
Yeah, we do.
Fuck yeah, we should.
So you kick out Moa. You have the Moa staff, right?
Yeah. I do.
Kick out Moa.
Do you kick out Moa? You evict
Literally
Moa
kick
from your mind.
Hey, if you want Moa, you can touch my staff. That's horrible. But
It's Moa's power is pretty good. Turn invisible
Yeah.
at a whim
yeah,
for free.
did you want Moa?
You're just
Oh,
never.
it's not
You're just
bad.
not allowed to lie. I don't
Yeah.
think Dusty doesn't really lie, anyways. So while you're inhabited by Ijin, you gain the following flaw, which overrides any opposing flaw. I never stick to a plan.
Oh,
We-
for fuck.
Back to normal.
So, and while Ijin inhabits you, your dexterity score becomes 23, unless it is already higher.
Dude, this is perfect.
So, now you and Pyro will just charge ahead without thinking into every room on the rest of the dungeon. So that's good.
Yeah, this is gonna be great.
Except for my damage. Okay.
Yep.
Oh shit!
So
right,
you have a
don't the
horn.
next
You
thing.
are inhabited by Ijin. Now what do you want to do?
I already mage lifted all the jewels into my pocket. It was just a diamond.
Well, no, you didn't.
Uh,
Did you say that? I don't remember you saying that.
Oh, I was going to while we were walking, but I guess it got lost in
Okay.
the fray. I guess I'll do it now then.
So you grab his pouch. It has 500 gold inside. Oh, it does not actually have 500 gold inside. My mistake.
Never mind.
It has a 500 gold diamond inside.
I already have one of those.
Yeah,
Two of those.
Still a
now,
diamond.
now I have 3 of them.
Diamond in the sky.
It has 2 1-inch diameter crystal eyeballs, one dark blue and one vibrant purple.
Okay.
What kind of
Sounds
purple
like
was
these
the one
things
Jez
are-
had?
Important.
Like a dark purple.
I have dark purple and purple.
Yep. You have dark purple and vibrant purple.
Oh,
And blue.
And dark
Yep.
blue.
I have a green, but none of you guys know that yet. Say it.
Yep. Now
Okay.
what?
I don't know how to get out of here. I don't know if stepping on this stuff is gonna activate anything.
I mean, the door's open.
I think
Yeah.
just go back the same way you came.
Go back the same
Yeah.
way.
Was there more gold or?
There was probably a couple coins that's thrown about, but
No, there was. I read 500 gold pieces wrong
Oh.
on the thing. There's no gold, just a big old diamond. Just
what
a
I
big raised dead sized diamond.
I would like Dusty, if you would. Can you ritual cast detect magic and check out anything he's holding, like that shield?
The dwarf?
Yeah. Like the door is open so you can look in.
Sure.
So while he's doing that, I guess should I do it in reverse order or the same order?
Let's see. So, it was Vulture Serpent Door. I think you're gonna have to do it
Yeah, I'll just
Yeah,
end
you're
up
gonna
going
have
to
to
the
do it.
back.
in reverse, or, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just end up going back. So I'll go earn, put Scepter, Scarab, Ferns, Door, Snake, Vulture.
Yep. You just take anything from the dwarf while you're on your way.
Well, I just took the pouch, and I was gonna get Dusty to see if anything is magical on him.
There is no. He notices big magic on the sphinxes. But there does not seem to be any magical anything on the dwarf.
You said there was also a gem in his turban.
Yep. Because it's like a turban, and there's a big gem in the top of it.
Okay. You want to mage hand that out too? No, that'll probably be too much.
Just go. It's you can
Let's
make
leave
hand
it.
it from inside.
Yeah, I guess I'll step outside of the this big stone block,
Yep.
and I will try to mage hand finesse that jewel.
Yep. You just kind of yank it free. Some chunks of turban kind of come with it. It is a large periodot worth 500 gold.
Oh.
I'm
Okay.
not writing down any of these things, by the way.
I
It's all
am,
you
alright.
guys picking this shit up.
Do you want to check out if the horn is magic? Or what it
It's
does exactly?
definitely.
They all seem to be
Magic
attached to
item.
magic items.
By
all
which I
this-
mean, do we want to identify
Oh
it?
yeah, did the detect magic go off on the horn? I'm assuming it did.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
horn seems to be magical.
So do I get my special rest now too?
Well, let's
Are you
see
gonna,
what
are
it
you
is
gonna get
first.
Are you gonna ask Dusty nicely to identify it for you?
Yes, I will ask Dusty.
Dusty.
Who got more magic items? Well, who
Just
got more
dump
magic
all
items?
your crap in front of me so I can do it all at once.
It's just
It's
the-
just this.
this.
Alright, I mean, just...
So Dusty spends 10 minutes just looking at the thing and like flipping it over and looking at it, and he kind of like puts it on his head. It doesn't seem to stick; it just kind of falls off, and
I'll catch it
He-
before it lands.
eventually he is able to tell you that this horn seems to have the properties of a wand of wonder.
Oh my god.
We called it.
I totally called it.
Unless that
Yo.
wasn't what it was before.
And you're the one with it. Oh goodness.
We. Wonder. Oh, I only got 4 pages. I'm out of stuff. I'm out of room.
I'll take it. Kidding.
I think I'll remember a Wand of Wonder.
A wand of wonder, for those wondering, is a wand that whenever you cast a spell from it, you roll,
It
and
does a thing.
it does a random ass thing.
My page
You
is
said
bigger than
the,
yours.
Wand has 7 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one of its charges and choose a target within 120 feet of you. Target can be a creature, an object, or a point in space. Roll a D100 and consult the table to see what happens. It's got a spell save of DC 15 if it needs it. If the effect covers an area, you must center the spell on and include the target. If an effect has multiple possible subjects, DM randomly determines which ones are affected. If you expend the wand's last charge, roll on a 1, the thing is destroyed.
It's a lot of things.
Yeah, I can do a whole bunch of different things. If you roll an 88 to a 90, a stream of 1d4 times 10 gems worth 1 gold piece each shoot from the tip of the wand in a line, 30 feet long and 5 feet wide. Each gem deals 1 bludgeoning damage, and the total damage of the gems is divided equally among all creatures in the line.
Rip Lucky.
I think I'm reconnected.
Yeah, you're back.
Okay.
Did she
I
break
hope
the
that didn't
cams?
fuck it up.
I think she broke the cams. Because Jez and Wacky have switched places for me now.
Rip.
Oops.
That's alright. We were going to probably end things there anyways. As you guys have cleared Ijin's tomb, you have
Ending on a high note, I
you
guess.
have a
I
little.
want a deity to invade my brain.
You
That's
can
a-
have,
you could- you could
that's
take-
why I asked if you wanted
if
to
you
touch
want-
Jez's staff.
You could
There's Moa and
Yeah,
Papazodal that are free
Yeah.
right now.
yeah, you could touch Jez's staff longingly and let Moa into your brain if you so choose.
Doesn't Moa suck, though?
Moa
Moa-
is the
Moa's
cat.
good.
Moa is the invisibility one.
Oh,
Moa's
you just
But
can't
you
invisibility
can't
lie.
lie.
and can't lie.
I never do that shit anyway.
There's
And-
Unk, who is the true neutral
Yeah,
one.
you don't
I
you
think
don't
that-
know what any of the other ones that you have yet
No.
to encounter do.
Yeah,
Right,
but
we don't
none
know
of
what
them
they
have
do.
done
We
any
don't know
magic
there.
shit yet, so like the odds are just in our favor.
Well, Unk is a flail snail, and they're kind of magical.
all right, shoddy.
Okay.
What?
Yeah. You know, yeah, Papa Zodles is not really super helpful for you, especially in here. The infinite falling damage is there's not really been too many times that would have
Yeah.
probably come in handy.
Could have jumped off that waterfall.
Yeah, you could jump down that waterfall.
We could have jumped down there anyway. I still have Featherfall.
Yeah.
I gotta levitate. I'll bounce myself down there.
Yeah, you got lots of levitate now. You got a wand, or you got a staff that'll cast all sorts of levitate.
Levitate 10 times. Hey, I might be able to cast levitate. I point my wand at you.
Yeah, don't do
it
that.
could happen. So, I think that seems as good a place as any to end things. You guys got lots of little side rooms in this area that you can kind of explore next time, or
None of them are levitate.
continue on. Continue on looking for things. So that'll do it for Monday night D&D. We will return next week, where I will continue to hopefully try harder to kill them. I mean, the only good thing is I know it just gets more and more dangerous the further down you go. So
That's
I
good.
got that in my favor.
So good.
So that'll do it. Thank you guys for coming out or watching this on YouTube if that is what you're doing. Are the cams all fucked? Yeah, the cams are all fucked. Whatever.
Whoopsies.
Yes. Shit happens. We'll fix it. We'll fix it in post. No, we won't. No, we won't at all.
If I roll a 96 or 97, the target skin turns bright blue for 1d10 days.
I would just look like my mom then.